Alright, I'm gonna have to pull off the old one too here. This is gonna be a little bit difficult to switch it over since it's an older game. Looks like our feed is going live now. Nice, nice. Alright, now, here's the million-dollar question. I've had this weird audio problem on my PC lately that ruins all the audio through my headphones, but it should still stream the audio just fine. So we're about to find out. So please, please, please. I'm going to go ahead and open up Ghost Dogs now. Come on. Okay. Okay, I guess it's going to show my desktop for a second, and there's like no way to fix that. Yeah, okay, go ahead and we'll just stream the display. Hey JCat, hey T. Eiley. Alright. And display capture on, and then right over to Ghost Dogs. Okay, is that going to be a weird crop, or is that actually the full game? Let's see. Please be the full game, don't be a crop. Yes, it's full screen. And it sounds like the audio's good too. Which is a huge relief. Alright, hey everyone, happy Halloween! Even though it's the, what, 30th today? Tomorrow is Halloween? Love listening to the stream while I do homework. Glad to hear it, Sophia. Alright, let's see. So, the story of the day is that my computer has this horrible audio corruption. I don't know where it came from. It happened once before, and then it just magically fixed itself, where basically I can't hear anything through my headphones, but it is still, transferring to stream just fine. It looks like the audio's all there. Let me just go to the game setup and make sure that Nancy talking isn't louder than me or anything.
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway,
So
last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to...
Real quick, I'll actually pop out of the window, so... Desktop warning. I'm just gonna lower the game audio just a little bit. Take it down to here. And then back into Ghost Dogs. Alright, that should be a little bit more easily... a little more easy on the ears. Wow, we haven't even started the game and we're at, 9
Dear
viewers.
Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up
So
in
let
his
me just hear
office?
Nancy talk real
Well,
quick,
she
make
just
sure
bought a
she's not
house
super
in
loud
Moon
again.
Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named
All right,
Mickey
that's good.
Malone built it back in the 20s as his country
anything.
getaway. We're talking
I mean, we
major
gotta bump the
fixer-upper.
music up because Ghost
Anyway,
Dogs
last
is a
night
supreme
Sally called
soundtrack.
and she said she desperately needed my detective
Bring the
skills.
voice down a
She
little.
refused to...
And I think we're ready to go otherwise. So, I don't think I have any saves on this actually, because I actually just bought this one off Steam. No, look at that! It actually saved all of my saves from the last time I had Ghost Dogs in here. Which I couldn't play because I wanted the disc, and my disc drive sucks on this computer. Anyways, I think we're about ready to jump
Welcome
into
to
it.
my latest case, Ghost
Normally,
Dogs
I do
of
these
Moon
Halloween
Lake.
streams in 2
To
parts.
start playing,
But
choose either junior
I know
or
this game
senior
so well, and I
detective.
love it so much
If
that I
you're
think I'm
new
going to
to
try to do the whole thing
adventures
today
or
in
need
one
some
sitting.
help, choose
And why not
tutorial.
Senior Detective? So let's go ahead and jump into one of my favorite opening letters. No, I just realized that might have been difficult to hear what I was saying over Nancy talking there. Okay. Jumping in.
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Alright. And that is personally, I think, my favorite opening letter of any Nancy Drew game. I just think it's so crisp. Everything just hits so hard. It's such a great music to open it up with, and a great premise, and just a great game to me. I know that this game's pretty controversial, and that there's a lot of people who do not like this one. Can't relate. I don't even think it's my nostalgia to this game. I just think it's a solid little contained experience. Ooh, excuse me. So, here we are. This is the Sally McDonald cabin. We are in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania, and now we're going through her cupboards. Here is a map of the forest. So this is our cabin down here. Take a little zigzag in a massive maze-like forest with a cemetery on one end, and then just all sorts of other junk on the other sides. Harry, thought you could use this map to the cemetery. You'll find lots of bait along the way, especially at night. The cemetery is real hard to find, and I got lost a bunch of times. Happy fishing, George. I wonder if those names George and Harry are a reference to anything. Some galaxy brain in the chat would probably know. Hey Lena, hey Sofindo, welcome to stream. Wow, already 14, we're like 2 minutes in. And we got a flashlight too, that Nancy keeps completely lit in her inventory at all times, because certainly we're not going to need batteries later or anything. No, that'd be too silly. We got some gloves in the sink. A sink that does not work, awesome. And a note. For us. Nancy, I'm really, really sorry, but I just can't face another night here. I'm going to my aunt's in Philadelphia. Door is open. Make yourself at home, and I will call you from my car. Sally. P.S. My cell is 215-555-5389. P.P.S. Please don't hate me. So it looks like we got the place to ourselves then, which Nancy did not anticipate. But at least... Oh, there goes the phone. At least it sounds like Sally was, not, you know, kidnapped or anything. Far cry from Game 5. So here we are.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
I'm just worried about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
Oh man, this phone call, this whole sequence just scared me to death when I was a kid. I love it so much.
What's to be scared of? It's so peaceful and quiet here.
Just wait until it gets dark. Then you'll see. What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
Oh, the tree.
One of your trees seems to have other plans for me.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the dead maple beside the driveway.
A tree fell down behind my car just as I was driving up to the house. I'm blocked in.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
Oh, there's another conversation thing down here? Yep. Yeah, it's late. The store will not be open.
It's late. Won't the store be closed?
Where's my brain? Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
Here we go.
Why? What on earth do you think is gonna happen?
The dogs. Those dogs. Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. Horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Sounds like Sally, went under a bridge. Went into a tunnel in Philadelphia in her aunt's house. So, yeah. Infamous plot device, disruptions on the radio waves. We had a fuzzy phone call there where she could just say enough to make things creepy. Awesome. Uh-oh.
What is that?
We have some mysterious noises coming from outside.
The moon's so bright, I won't need my flashlight.
Ah, well, good thing you keep it on anyways, Nancy.
Something's out there.
Now look what you've done. That was a Strix Varia. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
That animation still looks so crisp for... What was this, a 2003 game? Something like that?
A Strix what?
Strix Varia. A barred owl. Real hard to spot. And it doesn't help that you're out here making more noise than a jumbo jet.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm.
My name's Red Knot. And if you've got a volume knob, I'd appreciate your taking it down a notch before you scare away everything from here to Lancaster.
I'm Nancy Drew. What were all those noises out here just now?
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I drove in today from River Heights to visit my friend Sally McDonald.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
So he already knows the owner.
You've met Sally?
I talked to her a couple of times. But you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
What do you think was scaring her?
The dogs. The
The
dogs,
dogs
of
of Mickey Malone.
Legend goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again. People would just hear them, howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by one, they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Sorry about that. My mom just needed something. What do the dogs do?
What do the dogs do?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them and Malone both.
So we have a pack of ghost dogs. Excellent premise. Alex says, Happy Halloween Eve. Happy All Hallows Eve to you as well, my good sir.
The dogs would attack her house?
It's like they don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
And how about the police?
Did she ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
God bless Jeff Akers.
Are you a native of Moon Lake?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kinda my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house.
One more thing. The water in Sally's well needs to be tested. How do I do that?
Get a sampling kit from Jeff Akers. Ranger station's on the east side of the lake. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
And with that, we have the end of Red Knot. Now, something that I think is funny is that Red Knot says, oh, I'm just gonna go my merry way and get away from those dogs. But if you go over here to his observation platform, isn't he not even up here?
This must be Red's observation platform.
Yeah, he's not. So where the hell is Red Knot? that always made me so suspicious of him as a kid. Thinking that, like, well, where did he go if not up there? Is he just gonna go get in his boat and take off? Okay, well, back inside the house we go. I certainly hope no home invasion happens. That would be really bad. Oh, boy. What happens if I just...
Rotten
Oh, no.
floorboards. Watch your...
Okay, so that's a death sequence right there. A classic death sequence in this game. Yeah, for some reason I thought maybe I could override the dog haunting by stepping on that, but then I realized I would die anyways. And now the wrong music is playing during this scene. Come on. This music doesn't even fit. Oh no.
This is not good.
The game is having an aneurysm because I died when I shouldn't have. This music so doesn't fit. Whole foundation shakes. It's not even scary with this music. It's just goofy. Ugh. Well, there's our big ghost dog haunting right there with some very light piano in the back. Awesome. That's what I get for stepping on the floorboards. Well, I don't think we're going back outside tonight. But in the meantime, let's have we'll look around in the morning. Let's get the better music on. AM. I forgot how great this intro is. Honestly, one of my favorite intros, Lena. This could be #1 for me. Everything just happens so smoothly, if you ask me. Ooh, a poem. Leaves that appear on a fresh spring tree make my birth different from the other three. When swans drift by on shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and the birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night. We've had plenty of winter nights here lately. I think I haven't seen the sun in roughly 14 days. Just Cleveland things. And we have a bottle of Aquafresh. Some only bottled water Nancy's gonna have here, seeing as we haven't had the well water tested. We already saw that note. So, we know to stay away from the floor here. I think, is there a way that we can still read the note? I guess not. Or no, we can look at the floor is what we can do. Yeah, so the floor is completely rotten there. So, gotta watch out for that. So, what else does that leave us with in here? We have the cabinet up here. A puzzle waiting to happen in here. Vetus, Lucy, Xander, and Iggy.
It's stuck. I need some sandpaper.
So these are the ghost dogs. Or rather, these were the ghost dogs before they were ghosts. VILX. Name a better squad, I'll wait. And an old clock here. Aw. I always loved this clock. Faith brings up a good point. That ghost dog haunting at the beginning we just saw is pretty much the only scare in this game. But I still think it just has such a great autumn mood all the same, even though this is a spring game. I don't know. It puts me in my feels. I love this game. So anyways, we have some chores to do around Sally's place.
The boat's full of water.
Just to find them all.
I need to bail out the boat.
So let me think about how to do this the right order. The boat is full of water, but somehow it hasn't sunk. I guess it just got rained on or something. So we need this bucket down here.
Looks like paw prints.
Ooh, spooky. So there was definitely some dogs stomping around here last night. The water pump seems to not work. Don't we have to like prime it for suction or something with this water bottle? Okay, yeah, that seemed like it did it. And Nancy still has the water bottle. Defeats the plot hole just like that. Sure, Nancy's just gonna drink from the one water bottle for the week that she stays here. Okay, so now the well works, but we don't know if that water's safe to drink yet. Over to the boat. We will begin to bail this out. And we have a screwdriver, or as Nancy likes to call it, the T word. We'll get to the T word when we get to the T word. Over this way we have a nice little shed. Filled with various objects from past games.
A face only a gnome could love.
We've got snowshoes from Treasure in the Royal Tower, I believe. The iron from Message on Haunted Mansion, with a key hidden behind it too. And I think this little box might have been in Haunted Mansion as well. Somewhere in the attic, maybe? Can't say for sure. Over here we have a really obscure death sequence that I've only gotten like once, where if Nancy keeps on pumping this gas pump literally like 30 times in a row or something, she'll just pass out and die. It's really difficult to get, but it's kind of funny. And over here, we have a locked box. Good thing we have a key.
Oh, the key broke off.
What's the matter? The key broke off? Just dismantle the lock, Nancy. A very simple solution. And so inside the toolbox we have ball peen, hammer, and some nails. And then the Bane mask from Dark Knight Rises. Awesome. Now Nancy can go do Bane impressions. Nancy's gonna be Bane for Halloween. What else is in here? Anything? I think that's all for now. We will revisit that shed later, rest assured. Then we got the forest over here. So, just a little step around the house. There's a cellar, it looks like, but it's locked. Why doesn't Nancy just unscrew that lock? And we have a little cornerstone there. Some refuse under a tarp. With one good board.
Those look too rotten.
Alright, well, we're gonna need some help from Red Knot to get the boat going. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it coming on. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna need some help from Red Knot to get that boat working. But in the meantime, let's explore the forest. In another 2x4 just in the middle of nowhere. Awesome.
You better be careful.
You better be careful, Nancy. Okay, Julian was always so good at navigating this forest, but I like low-key don't remember. I think I want to go left, then right, and right again. Left, yes, yes, yes. And then I want to say forward and right here, or forward and left. And then, oh look, a cardinal. That's what that is, right? The bright red birds. Sometimes I get those and robins confused. Because the damn food chain red robin, and it's just like, but robins aren't red though. Oh, there's a blue jay. They at least know what a blue jay looks like. Okay, this is a good landmark. The shirt hanging from the tree. So I think from there I just go left and left and left. Western tanager? I don't know. More birds. Okay, then the cut down tree stump, then left again. Here we are. Spooky cemetery. I always loved the grass here. The grass was just like so creepy and dead. And this is also a pet cemetery, isn't it? Snooky, our beloved dog. 1918 to 1928. Waldo Matthias. Weird name for a dog. Goodness, Oma Pearl. Piff and Puff, Cedric Cosmo Cranky. Wow, that dog... Wait. Oh, this was a person. Not a dog. I was gonna say, wow, that dog lived from 1813 to 1883. How about that? Goodness. Yeah, and then we have another 2x4 here. So we'll use that pretty soon to repair the floorboards. Stench. What a horrible name for a dog or person. And marbles. We're so sorry to have lost you. Aw, this one was a cat. I didn't realize that. And yes, that poor family lost their months. And then here we have the core four. Vetus, Xander, Lucy, and Iggy. And if you look, you can actually see the month that each of them was born in. November, April, February, and August. So each one of them was actually born in a different season of the year. Which does have an important purpose in the poem that we saw back at the cabin. So we'll go back to that later.
These look like dog tracks.
They sure are, Nancy. And then here we have the mausoleum of famed and acclaimed gangster Mickey Malone himself, who we are going to learn a lot about this game. So, that's all we have there. Cool question I kind of wanted to pose to you guys during this game is whether or not you think Mickey Malone was a bad guy. Because, like, there's a lot of argument for whether or not he's supposed to be seen as a villain or just seen as a, I don't know, entrepreneur of the Prohibition era. Because for those that aren't familiar, Mickey Malone's big scheme was moonlighting in speakeasies and stuff like that, where in the 1920s there was a... Oh, I looped back. In the 1920s, and I'm not a history major or anything, there was a federal prohibition on alcohol, where it became illegal to drink literally any alcoholic beverage. And I believe this was done for some political reason that I can't remember because I'm not a history major. But basically, it was, you know, I mean, alcohol is legal today. It's not like it's some horrible thing, in moderation at least. But at the time, people would go to prison for illegally selling alcohol. And Mickey Malone was one of those people. He would, like, have a secret underground bar where he'd invite people out to party and have drinks. And if people found out that they were drinking alcohol, they would actually go to prison for it. And I'm pretty sure that the story in this game is that they got him on, what, racketeering or tax evasion? Like how they got Al Capone? Something like that. But, yeah, it's an interesting story because it's like, you know, selling unlicensed alcohol, I guess, is a crime today. But, like, Mickey Malone went to prison for that, and I guess it was just a sign of the times. I don't know. I always feel like, from a modern perspective, he's not that much of a bad guy. He was just, you know, trying to make a buck during the Prohibition. Sophia says that Prohibition was apparently supposed to purify the morality of the nations, but just resulted in more shenanigans. Yeah, that sounds about right. I feel like a lot of it was probably in response to the lost generation of World War I. There was just a lot of, like, global depression in general. Well, anyways, let's go back to midnight, and we'll go visit Red Knot. But yeah, Prohibition was a fascinating period in American history, and I really should read up on it more. So, off to Red Knot. Oh my god. Okay, I just realized that we didn't even look at the boat motor, so we don't even know that the spark plug is missing. Can I look at it now?
It's not safe to take the boat out at night.
Okay, so now we just need to sleep through the night because Nancy's too afraid of the dark to go look at the boat's engine. Awesome. Back up here. AM. Okay, after this we will be able to talk to Red Knot and progress the game. Oh, you know what? While we're in here, how about a little home renovation? So down here. We'll put one board here.
This doesn't look very safe.
One board there. And another board here. Hammer them all together. And now it's safe enough to walk and read what this note says. Rotten floorboards, watch your step. Awesome. That's very helpful. And off we go to take a look at the motor. Okay. So, needless to say, it does not work.
The spark plug is missing.
So, the spark plug goes up
The
here.
spark plug is missing.
And in the meantime, we gotta have some torque.
I gotta have some torque.
Oh, God.
I gotta have some torque.
I don't know who was responsible for this line. It's the most
I gotta have
nonsensical
some
thing.
torque.
Nancy could literally just say, I need a
I
screwdriver.
gotta have
I
some
need
torque.
a coin. Anything that can work. But no, I need to have torque. That's what I need to have. But yes, you use the screwdriver and you can move them up and down. And there's a key on the back of here that tells you how to do it. Or plus is up, 0 is in the middle, negative is down. And also some very aged warning signs about the death and destruction of doing it wrong, where Nancy can just straight up explode. Well, anyways, now we know the spark plug is missing, so let's hope that our local Boy Scout, Red Knot, might just have multiple spark plugs on him at all times. PM. Okay, so Sophia and Faith are saying that they think that Mickey wasn't that bad of a guy. Alex is reminding me now that he also did steal a lot of money and was a gangster. So he does have a bit of heart, but this can be due to being written by a young audience, as he says. Yeah, I guess that he did kind of rob a train of a ton of gold bullion, but I can look past that since he has a cool name with alliteration. Hey, Red Knot.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
Does that mean you like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
All right, then. Hello, Nancy. Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just heard a cerulean warbler.
I don't care.
Did you say last night that you have an outboard motorboat?
Sure do. Only type of motorized vehicle that's allowed on Moon Lake. Heck, if it were up to me, I'd ban them too. Have everybody get around by canoe. Nothing like the threat of physical activity to keep tourists away.
Man, I love canoeing. It's a lot of fun.
Why don't you like tourists?
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
God, that's the dream. Just me, Moon Lake, and a bunch of Nancy Drew games.
There's no place nearby that sells boat parts? Sally's outboard is missing a spark plug.
I might be able to help you out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
Parentheses.
But I don't want to leave you unprepared.
Well, just so happens I've got 2 spark plugs right here in my pocket. Question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash, but maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
Sure I do.
My friend Bess just got one for her birthday. I helped her figure out how to use it.
There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take pictures of for PEPSOB. That's People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're gonna have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
Why is this cassette player at M's Emporium? I didn't catch that part.
Sounds good.
Here's everything you'll need.
Okay, well, we've got all this stuff now. A spark plug, bird calls, and a tape recorder player.
M's Emporium is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything, but try not to come pestering me till you're done, okay? One more thing. You smoke?
I love this line.
Only when I'm on fire.
Oh, you're a spunky one, aren't you? Well, These woods may not look it, but they're tinder dry. One lit match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in smoke. So watch what you do. 'Cause if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore, I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself out there.
Red Knot villain arc. Or rather, hero arc, because Nancy becomes the villain and just burns down an entire national park. And, oh, Sophia's talking about the cow shoes thing. Yeah, another cool fact of the Prohibition that Sophia was brought up was that moonshiners a lot of the time would have special boots made to look like cow hooves when they made footprints, where they would put them on and would carry like large amounts of liquor and like illegal booze across fields and stuff to smuggle it, and they would just leave just a trail of cow prints to make it look like it was just, oh, some stray cattle crossing. No illegal booze trafficking going on here. Don't worry about it, officer. And it was really funny because there's a lot of stories of moonshiners just getting caught by the police and they're wearing these big dumb cow hoof shoes, and it just looks so goofy. And it actually happened. Okay, so first things first, grab the life jacket. Next up, spark plug goes in. I love how creative people became to drink. Yeah, if you give an American a problem, they will find the most ridiculously convoluted solution. So it's plus, neutral, negative, plus. So this one stays there. This one goes down a couple. That one stays there. And this one stays there. Did I see that right? Okay, yeah, I guess we're good. So shut the motor now, and give it a rip. And we're good to go. Let's start off with M's Emporium, because that's where he sent us first. I guess he just left his tape recorder there, his tape player. Oh, that place is so pretty. I feel like that would flood really easily, though. Like one bad season and the entire store be waterlogged. So here we have Emily Griffin.
Hey there! Welcome to M's Emporium. I'm Emily Griffin.
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm staying out at the old Malone place. You know, the house Sally McDonald bought?
Now what's she doing inviting guests out to that old dump?
She's not even there.
As it turns out, I'm there by myself. The dog scared her off.
I told her. I said, Sally, that old house is gonna be nothing but trouble. And sure enough, Malone's hounds have come back. Just when we all thought they were finally resting in peace.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
Really? Who bought the place last? That's a good question. Who did Sally buy it from?
Have you ever seen the dogs?
Nope. Don't want to, neither. Just hearing them howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
I love how the game makes you say this line with Nancy says bejeebies.
I got the bejeebies scared out of me twice last night. Just before I saw the dogs, I caught a man named Red Knot prowling around outside the house.
The bird watcher. Comes in every so often to stock up on that weirdo food he eats. You know how them tree hugger types are.
Has he been in the area long?
About as long as those pink-billed warblers and purple-eyed owls he's always chasing have been around. Couple of months, I guess.
Huh. Oh, wow, there's a lot to say. I just asked about a name we saw on a tombstone. Great.
There's a large tree blocking Sally's driveway. Do you know of anyone who can come out and clear it away?
I'll get Tucker Davis to take care of it. Gotta warn you, though. Tucker tends to do things in his own sweet time.
Let's see. So Tucker is gonna be our chainsaw man, and he's very unreliable apparently. Oh, also the cassette player.
Mr. Knott did me a favor, and in return he asked me to pick up a cassette player from you.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. Thought maybe the old coot had forgotten he left it here.
Oh, so okay, he just left it by accident. He wasn't like giving it to her for insurance or anything.
What else can I do you for?
We saw paw prints.
These so-called ghost dogs left very real paw prints. I saw some near the cemetery that's by the Malone house. Have you ever been there?
Can't say as I have. Poking around cemeteries ain't exactly a hobby with me.
So, I guess that the cemetery is on private property then, because it's Sally's now. Let's just a little bit of small talk. How about the antiques?
Where do you find your...
Bless you. It's all the dust. Sometimes I think it grows on this stuff.
Why did they do that? I've never understood why Nancy sneezes there.
Some of those old bottles are beautiful. Where'd you get them?
Found 'em. See, back in the days of Prohibition,
Oh, here we go again.
that old Malone place used to be Party Central. Only way to get to and from back then was by boat. And when those boats dumped, on account of bad weather or bad driving or the feds suddenly showing up, well, everything from diamond necklaces to full bottles of illegal booze sank to the bottom of the lake.
So it's finders
Time
keepers,
to go
huh?
scuba diving.
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal. According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate eco-balance. So thanks mostly to his constant squawking, the state banned it.
It's good old Squeaky Wheel Acres.
Squeaky Wheel Acres?
Jeff Akers, local park ranger. I keep telling him all this stuff washed up on shore. But does that snobby little stickler for rules believe me?
You are not very happy about this guy.
Sounds like you aren't real fond of Ranger Acres.
Jeff Akers could take all his precious rules and regulations and take a flying leap. Now, I got nothing against getting more customers in here, mind you. But I kind of like Moon Lake the way it is. Small, quiet, out of the way. But Jeff Akers, why, there's nothing he'd like better than to see all the lake and all the property around it turned into one big, noisy, jam-packed state park.
What does he stand to gain from it?
Why would he want that?
He's the type of guy who likes to boss people around, makes them feel important. So if the park got way bigger and was crawling with tourists, why, instead of giving out maybe one ticket for littering every 2 days, he'd be giving out 12 tickets every 2 hours. He'd be in heaven. Well, hey, I'm sure you got better things to do than getting your ear chewed off by yours truly.
Yeah, I kind of want to go meet this Jeff guy now. Oh, actually, we do need to buy something also.
I need to buy something.
You want it? I got it. As long as you pay cash, that is.
That's just it. I'm running kind of low on cash. Would it be possible to start a line of credit?
My daddy always said, neither a borrower nor a lender be. But I'll tell you what, seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's, and seeing as how I got some things around here that could use doing, I guess we could work something out. What is it you need?
I literally just need sandpaper.
Do you sell sandpaper by any chance?
I do, but Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and cleaned me out.
Well, Emily, you're useless.
Said he was tired of that observation platform of his giving him splinters in his hinter regions.
Think I could get some from him?
He's your only hope, but you better ask him for it quick. That deck of his is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
We only need a little bit.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo!
They love on account of two. Wasn't that a line in Haunted Carousel? Might have been Renee. Man, I haven't played Haunted Carousel in a little while. That game always goes by really fast in my head for some reason. Well, hey, we got a bunch of cool stuff we can look at around here. Buy a piece of the past. 80 years ago, Moon Lake was crawling with gangsters, flappers, and jazz musicians from the big city. They traveled to and from parties by boat and were so rich that if they accidentally dropped something in the lake, they wouldn't even bother going after it. Each item you see here was fished, and then we have taped on, by legal means, out of Moon Lake, and most likely belonged to some wealthy big shot. Don't go home without buying at least one genuine artifact from the Roaring Twenties. I love that environmental storytelling that she just tacks on. Yeah, we acquired these legally. Don't ask any questions. Probably just as soon as Ranger Acres shows up in the driveway, she pulls that out. Let's see. The bait over here. Man, I'd love to go fishing here. I do enjoy some good fishing. Remember, I always thought it was a clue that the worm ended in an S, and I'm like, what is it trying to tell me? S for Sally? Is Sally behind the Ghost Dog's awning? And I just read into it way too far as a kid. Moon Lake Fishing Wall of Fame. See what happens when you buy M's bait. Nice bass with anti-EB 100th customer award. Lake, private property. Which side do we live on? I think this is our private property right there. South area is closed to visitors, and then more private property around the sides. What's the smiley face? Wait, that's actually weird. What is the smiley face supposed to be? There might be foreshadowing or something. Huh. And then we have some more of these down here. Best Catch Award, a lifetime supply of M's life bait for Amelia Jovanovic and her northern pike. Bill Kessler could never. Robbie Rivers with a black trout. Mac Hoverchat with a trophy bass. Jonathan High with a nice trout. And Billy Sanderson with a smallmouth bass. Man, I miss trout. Trout season's coming up around here, and I'm really excited for that. Let's see. What else is going on? Some combo cola displays we don't need yet. M. Benson Aviation. This appears in another game. I don't remember which one. Maybe it was a poster in Final Scene. Speaking of Final Scene, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, she's got video rental behind her, and Brady Armstrong was on a couple of those covers. Anyways, that's about all we need here right now. Let's see. Off we go to visit Jeff Akers. Maybe they should have had Nancy try to use a credit card, but she takes cash only and the ATM is out of order, so Nancy's only choice is the chore, and that makes more sense. Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense if Nancy, you know, travels with at least a credit card instead of, you know, literally no money at all. Hey, you must be the big man.
Hello, can I help you?
Yep.
Are you Jeff Akers?
At your service. I noticed that you arrived by boat. Does that mean you're staying on the lake?
Yes, I am. My name's Nancy Drew. I'm visiting Sally McDonald.
Let's see, Sally McDonald is the woman who bought the old Malone place.
That's her. Unfortunately, she seems to have developed a problem of the canine kind.
Don't tell me she believes all that ghost dog stuff.
Ooh, so he's familiar with the legend.
So you know the legend?
I know almost everything about this area. Not only have I lived here all my life, but you're standing in the unofficial Moon Lake Museum of Factual and Natural History. I'm its equally unofficial curator.
This dude is enthusiastic.
What's your take on all this ghost dog stuff?
Whatever's out there, I'm sure they're no more and no less than exactly what they look and sound like. Dogs. Living, breathing, very noisy dogs.
Okay, but how do their eyes glow, though?
Any idea what would make a dog's eyes glow yellow?
Something in their diet, maybe? Some oddball vitamin or protein.
Why do you think dogs would attack Sally's house?
Dogs can be trained to do almost anything.
What do you know about the cemetery behind the Malone house?
People are buried there. Beyond that, what's to know?
Oh, I love this too, real quick. We can ask him to mail the letter that we were writing to, I think, Bess at the beginning of the game.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Not at all.
And so that's just a cool way of wrapping that up. I like it when the games begin with Nancy being like, now all I need is a mailbox, like at the Treasure in the Royal Tower. That's cute. Oh, we also need our well water tested.
Do you have something I could use to test the well water at Sally's?
Sure do. Simple to use, too. Just pump some water into this vial, return the sample to me, I'll send it off, and in a day or two, you'll find out whether or not your water's fit to drink.
Does everyone have a well?
Does everyone out here have a well?
Everyone who doesn't want to die of thirst does. Hooking up to a municipal water supply is out of the question. Too expensive.
And I suppose it's not clean, fresh water that's in the actual lake itself?
Would it be okay if I looked
Ugh.
around?
Please do.
I have some ghost
And if
dogs
you
outside
have
my
any
house, pardon
questions,
me.
Any more questions, just ask.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. The deer mouse population has boomed this year, so please take precautions if you're cleaning out any area where they may have nested. They can carry some nasty diseases.
Thanks for the tip, Ranger Akers.
Good old Ranger Acres, gotta love them. Ah, man, this place is great because it reminds me of the Metro Parks Nature Center that I grew up with, where they just had like all these cool little displays of animals and stuff on the walls, and they had stuff just like this. Hey kids, check out the Moon Lake's nature highlights. I should go back there soon. That would just probably be a fun nostalgic time. I remember they had like a really cool turtle exhibit, with just like a ton of turtles in it. Trout, otter, great blue heron, buttercup. I like how there's literally like no facts about any of them. It's just like, that's a chipmunk, that's a gray yes, that's a gray squirrel. I guess that's the species name, but it literally is just a squirrel that's gray. Okay then. Moon Lake State Park. What's in a name? Moon Lake is an apt moniker for this crescent-shaped freshwater lake, one of Pennsylvania's best-kept secrets. The lake is home to various species of fish, including trout, carp, and freshwater bass. Fishing is permitted with a fishing license. God, I still want to come here. Critters, birds, south area. Please note, all wildlife can be dangerous. Never approach, harass, or feed any animals, even small ones. Skunks, mallards, and yellow-bellied flycatchers. Yeah, I would love to go camping here. This looks awesome. Hiking tips. See, I would actually read most of these things if there were things that were actually, like, relevant to the game. But, you know, there's never any hiking that goes on. There's never any fishing puzzle. This game would have been awesome if it had a fishing mini-game or side quest. I think we talked about that before, actually. Or at least I talked with Julian about it, that, this game needs a fourth suspect, and he'll be a fisherman, and his name will be Todd Skipper. And he gives Nancy a fishing minigame for, like, something.
I probably shouldn't mess around with this without Ranger Acres' permission.
But yeah, it just seems so easy. This game could have had a fourth suspect, I guess, if they had the time for it, and just make him a fisherman. Moon Lake database of fascinating factoids. Wow, this is some Microsoft Paint level UI. Peregrine falcon, wood ducks. These are cool pictures, honestly. Oh my gosh, Moon Lake during fall. Her Interactive, can we please have Return to Moon Lake as game number 34? Oh my god. Okay, that has to be edited. That literally looks like it's a scene from hell. It's so cool. Moon Lake Glowworm. Okay, we came off full circle. Health and safety. Lyme disease. I should actually probably read up on this because I got bit by a tick this year. Lyme disease is a disease where an infection caused by a bacterium carried by deer ticks. The disease occurs mostly in the northeastern, mid-Atlantic, and upper north-central United States, Ohio, which includes Pennsylvania. Each year, more than 16,000 people are infected with it. Yeah, the tick population has really exploded in the recent years. Gee, I wonder why. Wow, that's a lot of words just about Lyme disease. I wonder who writes all this stuff. I've always wondered that. Like, here's a little entry on priming a pump. So this is how you're supposed to find out. You're just supposed to push water into it. And then the vacuum is created and it helps you suck up from the bottom. Like, this is all, like, mildly fascinating stuff, honestly. But it's just so much reading for things that you don't even have to read. Giardiasis? What is this? Giardiasis. Okay. Beaver fever is an illness caused by a parasite that lives in the intestines of people and animals. The one-celled microbe is protected by a hard outer shell and can survive outside its host for a long time, which is a major reason giardiasis is one of the most common waterborne diseases in the United States. Huh. Gotta watch out for the beaver fever then, Nancy. I think that's all we're gonna look at on there for now, because I don't need to look at anything else. There's so much, though. Like, this is actually just a virtual museum. Civilian Conservation Corps. In 1932, when the United States was in the throes of the Great Depression, presidential candidate Franklin D. Roosevelt recognized that the country was facing two very serious problems. Its natural resources were rapidly being destroyed by soil erosion and deforestation, and thousands of able-bodied men were unemployed and desperately looking for work. So when he was elected, Roosevelt immediately compelled Congress to pass the Emergency Conservation Work Act. It called for the establishment of a peacetime army of men who, stationed at various camps throughout the country, would undertake work projects that would save and revitalize the nation's forest, while allowing the men to earn much-needed paychecks. It's actually pretty cool. By the end of '35, this army, called the Civilian Conservation Corps, had been successfully mobilized and was hard at work. 500,000 enrollees were stationed at 2,650 camps, which were located in all 48 states as well as the territories of Hawaii and Alaska. The men undertook projects ranging from building roads and fire towers to stringing telephone lines to planting billions of trees. When the CCC was abolished in 1942, it had left its mark on every state in the nation. The importance of its role in the development of recreational facilities in national, state, county, and metropolitan parks throughout the country cannot be understated. The building in which you're now sitting is a testament to the dedication and determination of Roosevelt's Tree Army. That's actually fascinating. I don't think I ever knew any of that. Wow. That just makes this game even cooler to me from a historical perspective. We got some cool artifacts over there that I don't think are very important. Moon Lake, Pennsylvania Logging Company, 1892. Moon Lake School Teachers and Students. Moon Lake Logging. Some old guy. Albertus Lundquist, founder of Moon Lake, Pennsylvania Logging Company. That's funny that we can just get a close-up of him. So the logging company was a big part of the Moon Lake industry, I'm guessing. The town of Liberty near Moon Lake. Oh, that's cool. So that's like the closest town, I guess. These two chaps, Park Ranger Francis Bacon Grits and his wife, Zelda Strawberry. What kind of name is that? 1952 and her name is Zelda Strawberry? Okay then. Moon Lake North Area Development, 1913. And Frivoli Brothers win fishing contest. Oh, look at that. Those are some nice catches right there. Damn, I gotta go fishing again soon. I've been so busy lately. Alright, what else is up here? Poison ivy pamphlets. Oh, it's Ranger Sync. Forest fire prevention. Use common sense. No smoking allowed. What are the other ones about? Lyme disease. Okay, yeah, we already know all about that. Don't worry, Ranger Sync. I'm well aware. Hantavirus. Oh, this is what the deer mouse carries. Okay, so this is what we need to be watching out for. And then we just have beaver fever again. Diarrhea, abdominal cramps, stomach upset. Wow. This game is literally just a massive PSA for all sorts of waterborne and airborne diseases. Poison ivy. Who is sensitive? When I was a kid, I had real bad poison ivy once, and I never had it again. Can you build up immunity to poison ivy like how you can for, I don't know, chicken pox or something?
You're back.
Yeah, I guess I don't need anything though.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Alright, that's enough messing around at the Moon Lake Ranger Station. I'm sure we'll be back soon. We've got to go get some bird pictures, and we've also got to go get some, what do you call it? Water samples, that's what we need. I remembered that because I'm thirsty and I'm going to drink water. Okay, let's see. So, the pump's on the side. Man, I want to get in some good puzzles in this game. It's taking a while. Oh, damn, I forgot to put the button down. Alright, Nancy, let's try this again. Bucket goes down first, then we pump it. Stay hydrated, everyone. You're right, T. Dehydration is no joke. The beaver fever is gonna get you. Okay. Let's get a little rile. Oh my gosh, my cat's in here. I thought I locked him out because I didn't want him to bother me again. Hey, Mr. F, how you doing? He must have been asleep on my bed or something. Okay, this remains locked. Let's listen to these bird calls that good old Red Knot gave us. Loading that in and play.
American goldfinch.
Oh, okay, settle down.
Northern cardinal.
Give me 1 second to move my mic so I can try to get my cat accommodated.
Red-tailed hawk.
Please behave yourself.
Western tanager.
Alright, so, basically we take pictures of every bird in the forest. We don't really need those bird calls. My cat has decided that he wants to lay right on top of the mic. Please move. I'm begging you. I'm actually begging you. Stop it. Oh my god. You have been evicted, Mr. F. Oh, no! Oh, no! Ugh. Okay, you're sitting on my lap. You're sitting on my lap or you're going downstairs. It's that simple. Alright, sorry about that. Let me just make sure. Do we still have an audio feed? Because he knocked the mic on the floor. Alright, sounds like we're good. Whew. Into the forest. Mr. F, you can sit on my lap, but you're not allowed to go anywhere else. I actually have to put you on a leash, I swear. So, there's a couple of birds we should be able to get to.
No birds here.
Huh. How very unfortunate. Goldfinch song. There's one. Gonna pop a quick one of that. Alright. Was that the European goldfinch? Bird watching is something that I'd like to get into. Probably when I'm 65 years old and retired. So Red Knot seems like he's got his affairs in orders. Oh, okay, that's where we came. See, like, I could just memorize where everything is in the forest. Or I could just keep wandering around blindly, like I always have. There's a cardinal.
I must have scared it.
Oh, cardinal didn't want to get taught. Blue jay. Oh, I went the wrong way. There it is. I had a blue jay fly up on my windowsill last week, and it was really cool to see that. But then I couldn't resist the temptation, so I just yelled Mordecai at him in the Benson voice from regular show. He flew away. We had a little nest of blue jays in our barn a little bit ago. Where'd that robin go? Wasn't there just a robin song back there? Moon Bunny, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Tanager? Nope, no, it's probably this way. There it is.
I must have scared it.
Oh, come on, Western Tanager. Are you so high and mighty that I can't take a picture of you? Ah, nope, please stop. I'm sorry that my cat is misbehaving so much today. Try it again.
Darn, it flew away.
Okay, that must be one of the ones we need camouflage gear for. Come on. Let's at least try to find the robin. We were close to the robin before, and it got away from me.
No birds here.
Maybe it's to the left, before the shirt.
No birds here.
No birds there, Nancy. Come on. Okay, so there's the Barrow Hill rock. That's actually exactly what it looks like. Wow. Now I'm going to be paranoid about that rock. Thanks, Barrow Hill. Okay. Slowly going crazy here. I was so close to the robin earlier because I actually heard the robin song, but I must have taken a wrong turn. I'm begging you, Mr. F, calm down. I promise someday soon I'll get my face cam working so you guys can enjoy the cat with me. He just wants to play Nancy Drew games. Okay, let's try going right here. That's literally a dead end, okay. Robin song. There it is. It's on the floor. Or the ground, as we say, when it's outdoors. Okay, and the rest of them I think I need camouflage gear for. So, let's get out of here. We got a couple things to bring up a little red knot again. Let's see. Oh, okay. Mr. F, go somewhere else. Go bother somebody else. Moon Bunny says, I'll chat with you. I was inspired to try and beat all of Rentero's puzzles when we did Shadow at the Water's Edge, so I'll be watching and doing that. Good luck, man. I still kind of suck at nonograms, but I do feel like I did learn how to do them a little bit better. So I'm proud of that, at least. You know, for time's sake, before we go to bed, let's go ahead and drive back up to the ranger station and return the water sample. Just so we can let time pass organically. Also because the boat animation gives me a chance to drink water when I'm thirsty. Alright. Yeah, let me know how those Rentaro puzzles go, because I wonder if there's, like, unique dialogue with him if you do them all. Doggy! What's his name, Yogi? I always forget that he has a dog.
You're back.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi.
Yep.
Who never goes out unless he's on a leash. Park rules.
Oh, yeah. Do you have maybe 4 other dogs who are all ghostly Rottweilers?
Do you have any other dogs?
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle of the night barking and attacking houses.
No, couldn't be me. Never. I would never think that.
I have that water sample. What do I do with it?
Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it.
Alright.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Now we can go back to Old Red Knot. So, we've got the sandpaper puzzle coming up. I'm trying to think in my head if I figured out a way to do that made any sense. I always just end up solving it by accident and never understanding what I'm supposed to do. I don't know, maybe I'll just do that again for the meme. You know something, we should actually probably call Sally. Give her a little follow-up on what happened last night. Actually, it was a couple nights ago because I went to bed on accident a couple times. Oh no, I hit a 0! Dang it. Okay, at least let me back up. 1, 2, 1, 5. Can I just... Okay, I can't just click the numbers. That would have been too convenient. We should try to get the Easter egg today, too. I've never done the Ghost Dogs Easter
Hello?
egg.
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. That's why you asked me here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
I'll buy it from you, Sally. Like, legit, name your price. I will buy this house.
When was the first time you saw the dogs?
I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance. But I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
Yee.
Did they always come around the same time, or did it vary?
Actually, they always came around the same time.
Ooh.
What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
God, that's so nice.
Which 3 people?
Let's see, the park ranger, I forget his name, kind of a pain in the neck. Emily Griffin, she's the one who owns that store I told you about.
Yes, we've met
and
all these people
I ran into
now.
this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knot.
The bird
I
watcher
run into
literally
him,
lives
too.
on your property. I don't know how to tell you this.
I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something. I swear, those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
What about River Heights? Can you think of anyone there who'd want you to sell your house at Moon Lake and move back to River Heights?
You mean like an angry ex-boyfriend or something? Nope, I sure can't.
Since I'm going to be staying here a while, is there anything I should know about the place?
Well, let's see. I've got the water turned off because it's well water and it needs to be tested before I can use it for anything. In fact, if you could get that testing done for me, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and watch where you walk in the living room. Some of the floors
Yeah, that would have been
are
nice
so
to know
rotten
originally.
You could fall right through. And I keep hearing these faint squeaks and rustling type noises coming from below the floor. I hope you're not scared of mice.
Let's see. Stuff in the tool shed. The dog carvings.
The wall hanging in the living room with a poem on it, and those dog carvings in that cabinet above the sofa. What can you tell me about them?
Aren't they cool? They came with the place. Sold the clock. Apparently, Malone had them custom made when he built the house. In fact, they're all built into the house. They're still there because you can't move them.
Oh, that's cool.
Has the clock ever worked?
Not for me. Oh, but get this. One day, I was messing with the hands. You know, trying to get them to work. And all of a sudden, one of the 4 little doors flew open. And instead of a cuckoo, this dog popped out and barked 3 times. It's a doggy clock. That Malone, bad as he was, he sure loved those dogs.
Bad as he was, the man loved his dogs. Let's ask about the cemetery and then we'll call it for Sally.
Are you aware that you're the proud owner of your very own cemetery?
Yes. When the realtor told me there was a cemetery on the property, I went, ugh. But when I saw how far from the house it was and how small it was, I decided I could live with it, as it were.
Do you know if Malone is really buried there?
The realtor said the cemetery was just a sham, that there's nothing under those tombstones but dirt. But he may have just been saying that so I'd buy the place. The only way to know for sure whether or not Malone is there is to start digging, and I'm certainly not going to do that.
I remember the first time I played this, I thought that was like foreshadowing that we were going to go dig up a tomb eventually.
Talk to you later.
Keep me posted.
And I remember thinking that would have been so creepy if we had to like sneak into the tomb at night. Alright, well, off to go see Red Knot, because he has some more things that we need. Because apparently we're just bartering now. Oh, nope, this way. There we go. So we need camouflage clothes as well as sandpaper.
You find all the birds?
I found some birds, but no matter how quiet I am, I've been scaring other birds away before I can take their picture. What am I doing wrong?
You're wearing those clothes. That's what you're doing wrong. You need to blend in, like me. Go back over to M's tacky tourist trap and get yourself some camouflage gear. Only sensible thing that money grubber carries.
And sandpaper as well.
I'm sorry to keep bugging you, but I need some
Nope,
sandpaper.
nope, get down.
Emily said you might have some.
Here,
Oh my God, I
take
cannot
it and
control this
scram.
cat for the
I
life
was
of
just
me.
about to call in a meadowlark. That was always Ruth's favorite.
Was
Oh.
Ruth your wife?
Ruth is his wife, huh?
Good heavens, no. My wife had no patience for birding. Ruth was my dog. Border collie. She'd hear a meadowlark, and by golly, her ears would perk, and she'd cock her head, and she'd just come as close to smiling as ever a dog could.
I remember the first time I heard him say that. It just like completely exempts him from all suspicion. He just seemed like such a genuine dude.
Was she the only dog you ever had?
Yep. Wouldn't be worth the hassle anymore. Especially now that I'm retired and spend so much time at Moon Lake. The place is surrounded by park land, and Ranger Acres just loves enforcing the leash laws. There it is again. Take your sandpaper and go sand something, okay?
Yes, sir. Can you guys hear my cat purring? Because he's purring pretty loud. Just curious. Okay, back here. So, just gotta
It's
loosen up Iggy.
stuck.
All smoothed out. Now, the order for this is like relatively simple if I remember right. And it's like, I think 2 of them face the same direction, but then like one of them goes somewhere else. I don't know, I always just get it by messing around with it. Settle down. Maybe it's different on Senior Detective? I'm not sure. Okay, let me think about how I'm supposed to solve this. The clock, the poem, and... Okay, it's the clock and the poem I'm supposed to use, right? Okay, you need to move, Mr. F. This... I don't know what his problem is. He just needs extra attention today, I guess. It's probably because I smell like the barber's dog. I was just at the barber earlier and got a big shave and a haircut. And he had a dog that I was petting for like 30 minutes while I waited. And as soon as I came home, all the animals were just like, "Oh, so where you been? Who's that I smell on you?" Okay. Let's see about this. So it's Vetus, Iggy, Lucy, Xander. And then... I don't remember which month each of them was born in. So... Moon Bunny requests a camera for the cat. I'll send more pictures of the cats to the Discord and post them on the channel, but I just cannot get my camera to work on this computer, unfortunately. Okay. So we have the moose, or rather the meese, if you will. The trees. The moose again. And then the trees again. Wait. Does it always stay the same? Moose, trees, moose, trees. Okay. So the way that I always thought this worked is that... Oh, there's a mysterious black box on the screen. Okay. The way I thought this worked is that I thought it was the wallpaper. Because we have that tree over here. And then, where's the moose wall? I guess this is the deer wall. Or... is it? I don't know. Let's try to have 2 of them facing the tree and then 2 of them facing behind. I don't know how this works. Would anybody like to share a hint, perhaps? This is one of the puzzles that I've just always had a lot of gray area figuring out what my clue is supposed to be. Oh, you know what? This might be an opportunity to use Nancy's pager. I always forget that this is in this game, the personal data assistant. Okay, no, it's a PDA, not a pager. Sorry, I'm a 2000s kid. Her Her Interactive is a great place to learn about the latest. Okay, get out of here, Her Interactive. I don't need your shameless promotion. Where does she talk about this? Okay, I bet the poem in the kitchen is the solution to the dog puzzle. I just need to associate each dog within a season and point the dog to the correct living room. Okay, so it is with the walls. Okay. Deer, swan, birds, or tree. So what does the clock have to do with anything then? Okay, I have to go back out to the cemetery, it sounds like, if I'm going to do this legitimately. The forest is so creepy at night. I took a wrong turn. Okay, there's the yellow thing. That should make it easier. Tree stump. Alright, so now that we're here, dogs. So Vetus was born in winter. Okay, so I'm gonna do winter, summer, no, winter, spring, summer, fall. So first it's Vetus, then it's Lucy, then Xander, and then Iggy. So VLXI. Okay, that's the order I want to remember from winter to fall. VLXI. Vetus, Lucy, Xander, Iggy. Vetus, Lucy, Xander, Iggy. Vetus, Lucy, Xander, Iggy. I am lost in the woods at night. Okay, I'm just gonna put in the chat real quick. VLXI, just so I remember that and can look back at it. God, I hate that I can hear the dogs howling. It's literally taking me back to being a child playing this game, where I would, like, actually be sitting to the side on a chair and, like, barely looking at the screen as if I was worried the dogs would jump out and get me. Okay. What? Woohoo? Okay, pardon me, because my audio's not very good. Did anyone was that just like a dog howl? What was that? Huh. Strange. Okay. So, Vetus is born in winter. So that's the last one here. With the birds. So the Vetus needs to look at the birds. Lucy needs to look at spring. Okay, so spring. Lucy needs to look at the tree. Xander needs to look at the swans. And Iggy looks at the deer. Okay. Let's see if I can remember that. So first off, which way is the deer? The deer are forward, I guess. I think it's referring to this one deer in particular, the really thick one. And then that tree. And then what's the centerpiece on this wall? I guess the swan up there that's really distinct. Okay, I've got it. So this is the bird wall, this is the swan wall, this is the moose wall, and this is the tree wall. Alright. So Vetus looks forward. Iggy looks to the swan, so he's already looking the right way. Let's see. Xander was... I can just kind of play around with these two now, can't I? Until I get the right solution. Okay, maybe not that simple. Okay, which one was Lucy? Lucy was born in the spring, which means... Wait, no, I got that wrong. Vetus is supposed to be looking at the birds, and Xander... Xander looks at the deer. Okay. So Vetus looks at the birds. The bird wall's this way. Lucy was born in the spring, so she looks over here. Something's hinky. Oh, did I get it? Okay, so I just had a little mix-up there. And so now we have a secret compartment that's opened up behind the wall. Rotten floorboards, watch your step. So we have a secret basement in here. Wow, that is a crisp frame rate for a 2003 Nancy Drew for some reason. Well, hey, I solved that puzzle, and now I think I know how to solve it again. What's this? Legit can't read what that says. That looks like it's written in a Tolkien language, but it's a photo of two people and a nice roadster. Into the basement, which is for some reason better lit than the dark passage. So, what do we have in here? Steps to the cellar. Philadelphia
William
Gazette.
Akers. I wonder if he's related to Jeff Akers.
Thoughts on Thuggery by Ethan Collier, The Truth About Mickey Malone. Huh. Interesting. So this is an account about Mickey Malone by his most trusted employee, William Akers, who, as you have noticed, has the exact same last name as our resident Jeff Akers. And yes, Moon Bunny says Dothraki. That's probably what the Mickey Malone picture was inscribed in. Oh, look at that. We have a Houdini ad right there. That's cool. Reflections on Houdini. So this was after he died, though. Still, he was big news back then. Okay. Squeak, squeak, squeak. So we've got some mice over here. Discolored palette on the wall. Okay, this is cool. This is all the different combinations that were used for the combination lock. So we have Copper's number, Chic dies, Black Tuesday, 14th Street Hotel fire, Uncle Clayton died. So these were all dates of bad events that happened. October 29th, 1929, blah, blah, blah. And the most recent one was the day that Mickey Malone got pinched, the day that they took him in. So now we're going to have to go figure that out. And we will have the combination to this safe.
It could be mice making that sound.
Carry on safe company, I think that's what it's called.
It's blocked.
Can't we just unblock it with this pen?
It looks like a tiny hole.
Okay, yeah, so the pen
What's
just fixes
the
it.
combination?
And I think you can otherwise just do that with the Ranger Akers pin that he gives you. I think you only get that though if you do something for him. I forget what it is. Well, anyways, we're good to go up to the next day now.
I'd better wait until daylight.
Yeah, Nancy doesn't need the pump right now. I should do a video on dumbest and funniest deaths. I really should. There's just so many though that I feel like I'd need to spend a long time making the video, or I'd probably forget a really good one, and then people would hate me for forgetting it. What comes to mind as some of my favorite deaths in the indie games? I think, at least for a while, Shadow Ranch was the game with the most game over sequences, because like half of them was literally just Tex having an aneurysm because he's just so mad at you. Off to the ranger station. So we need the dates today. Malone got pinched. Okay, probably gonna be over here on the computers. Actually, real quick, is that water sample in yet?
You're back.
Here we go.
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but frankly, I've been way too busy.
That's too bad.
Sounds like Moon Lake could use 2 rangers.
If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant. and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
So what you're telling me is that if you acquired the land that Sally lived on, then you'd have a park that you wanted to work at.
Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally?
She outbid them, the cheapskates.
Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price, and you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, it's kind of obvious.
I didn't mean to insult you. In fact, is there anything I can do to help you out?
Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes by the computer labeled with dates. They're from the estate of a local history
That's
buff.
where we're going to figure
She
out
kept
the
everything
date,
from
isn't it?
newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple crisp. She put everything in envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer.
Fear not, Mr. Akers, for I am actually insane at Roman numerals.
Okay if I read what's in the envelopes?
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished.
Alright, let's just go do that right now.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Alright, off we go. Hang on, I'm curious, was that, Huh, that's the actual logo for the US Mail, isn't it? I guess they can legally use that. Yeah, it just stood out, because I'm used to seeing, like, fake knockoff logos in Nancy Drew games, but I think that's the actual one for the US Postal Service.
Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
The veggie death. And Rain, I don't think that the mice can kill you in this game. I just think that everyone's always so worried about them. Okay, well, this should not be too hard. 1900. That's MCM, isn't it? Because just a little refresher if you guys don't know Roman numerals. Basically, if a letter that has a smaller numerical value appears before a number with a greater numerical value, then that means that the smaller number is supposed to be subtracted from the larger number in front of it. So right here we have MCM, and M is for 1,000. So if we have two M's, but then a C, which stands for 100 in between them, then that means it's 2,000 minus 100 for 1,900. So that's going to go right down there. So up next, let's see if we can find something with an even smaller value. Like this right here, MCMIV. That's 1,900, and then a 1 before a 5, which makes it 4. So this is 1904, so we'll put that right there for now. And then this is 1910, so we'll throw that in there, but there's probably something in between them. This is 1911. Do we have a 1912, maybe? Oh, the diner death in Secrets Can Kill is so stupid. The entire place just explodes because there's a soup ladle being used or something to prop up the one thing. I just thought that was so funny. Okay, that one definitely does not belong here. Let me just start moving these down a little. Do we have a 1912? We probably do. This one's 1913, so that one actually stays right there. MCM... X, that's 17, that's 15, that's 19. Oh, this one's 8, isn't it? Yeah, this one's just 1908. Okay, so we have 1900, 1904, 1908, 1910, and 1911. I guess that's the first 5. 1914. I see a bad moon arising. 1919 up there. I see. Whatever the other line is. Let's see. This is 17. Just switch out 15 and 17. Don't go out tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a dark moon on the right. Do we have a 1920? That one would be just MCMXX. This one's 1925, so maybe that'll be our smallest number. I believe L is 50, so we're not going to be seeing those very often. Okay, maybe we just jump right into the 30s. So this is 1932 right here. And then this is 1939. This one's 1960. 1945 right here. That's probably going to go at the top. MCM 1941 right there. Okay, now I think we're all just in the last column now. MCMLX. Okay, so let's try 1946 for starters. This is 49. MCMXCVII. Wait, let me think about that in my head real quick. This is 1997, I think? Yeah. Okay, that's probably going to be way at the top. MCMLI. This is 51. Then 69. Nice. 70. LX. This is just 60 right here. Is that it?
Now that they're all
All right.
sorted, I can do some reading.
Sweet. So, there's your Roman numeral puzzle done right. Let's find some historical events in here. Looks like there's only 3 we can look at. Is a gangster about to become Moon Lake's newest resident. Wow, I would not want that paper written about me if I was just moving to a new house. So, this is about Mickey Malone moving to Moon Lake. Hey, look at this. When asked if Mickey Malone was indeed building a home on Moon Lake, Waldo Mathias, the agent spearheading the Department of Justice's investigation of Moon Lake's activities, or Malone's activities, had only this to say. If he is, I suggest he live it up while he can, because the place we're going to send him ain't no beach, and he's going to be there for a real long time. Malone could not be reached for comment. Oh, good. So, apparently, the agent who was trying to catch Mickey Malone is buried in the same cemetery as him? Or perhaps there is an ulterior motive to that gravestone. Time will tell, truly. So that's our little hint right there, mainly about Waldo Mathias being more than just a name on a grave. What's this one? Belafonte, war takes hold. Mobster dies in Leavenworth. So, is Pinched the day that Mickey died then? February 13th, 1941? No, I think Pinched is when he gets arrested. Maybe that's on the computer. And then what's this over here? This is from 97, so like 5 years ago. Dragging band as a drag, it's Emily. Thar's gold in them thar sandbars. At least that's been the experience of Emily Griffin, owner of M's Emporium on Moon Lake in central Pennsylvania. For the past 10 years, she has been dragging a heavy net back and forth along the bottom of the lake, uncovering bringing to the surface relics from the Prohibition era. This is pretty cool. So this just proves. Oh, look, Ranger Acres made it in here too. That's funny. So yeah, Jeff Akers. So apparently she was facing like legal problems for actually dragging the lake. So who knows what she's saying is true. Septic is a road show. Plumbing broadcast service, PBS. Money won't get flushed down this toilet. Good God. God help anyone who watches Septic's Roadshow. Okay, but otherwise there's nothing else in here. Okay, maybe it's on the computer. We can find out about Mickey Malone. History of Moon Lake. Famous residents, maybe. Arrested for tax evasion. What a beast. I'm just kidding. You should pay your taxes. You're under Kaiser. Totally. Smuggling. Distributing liquor. Okay, so it looks like they don't say when he got caught. I guess it is the day that he died then. So what would that have been? Not this one. I clicked on the wrong one, didn't I? Up here? Okay, yeah, see, it shows the date right there. February 13th, 1941. The Belafonte Star. So, that would be 02-13-41. I'm gonna put that in the chat real quick. I might even be wrong about that. 021341. So we'll give that a try when we go back to the house. We've got a couple things we can ask Akers about still.
You're back.
Where's the dog? What the dog doing?
Where's Yogi?
In the run, out back. Even out of sight, he's under my full control, as park rules require.
He's just telekinetically controlling his dog.
I found a newspaper dating back to 1927 in Sally's house. Since you're kind of an expert on the history of Moon Lake, do you mind if I ask you some questions about Mickey Malone?
Not at all.
The article mentioned that a man named William Akers used to work for Malone. Is he a relative of yours?
No. Quite a coincidence, I'll admit, but no.
Huh.
I am in no way related to the head flunky of some two-bit gangster and his gang of thugs.
The head flunky. Those are some harsh words right there.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew.
You're
and
welcome,
to show my
King.
gratitude, I've got something for you.
It doesn't involve Roman numerals, does it?
No, it's an honorary junior
Aw.
park ranger pin. I keep them on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement.
I want to be a junior park ranger.
Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
Poor
Oh,
man.
gee, thanks, Ranger Akers.
When and why was Malone arrested?
When and why was Malone arrested?
I'm sorry, Ms. Drew. As usual, I'm a little pressed for time. If you have more questions, why don't you sit down at the computer and peruse the Moon Lake database of fascinating factoids that I've put together?
No, I'm going to keep on asking you questions.
What happened to Akers and the rest of Malone's gang after he went to prison?
Fortunately for Moon Lake, they all left and went their separate ways.
How about this old picture?
I found this old picture in Sally's house. Do you know who these people are?
The man is Mickey Malone, I know that.
Ooh.
I'm guessing that this is his girlfriend, Vivian Burnett, I think her name was. And judging by the year of that brand new Ford in the background, I'd say the picture was taken in 1928.
28. That was a little before he got arrested, wasn't it?
What would be the best way for me to find out who was living in Moon Lake in 1928 and where they ended up?
Tell you what, Miss Drew. Why don't I go through my files and see what I can dig up on this mystery woman? I'm a busy man, but like I always say, I'm here to serve.
I've been trying to take pictures of birds for this guy named Red Knot. Ever met him?
Oh yes, the Birdman. I'd stay away from him if I were you.
What's wrong with him?
Why? Is something wrong with him?
He's a fanatic. He's got it in his head that Moon Lake would be the best birdwatching venue in the world except for one thing. Too many people. Believe me, if there was a way to get this park shut down and all the homes on the lake torn down, he'd do it in an instant.
Excellent.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
I'm honestly Team Red Knot. I love that man. Alright, so I guess we'll take another look at the computer, because apparently he said that we should check it. Wouldn't be early settlers, I don't think. No. Let me just look at the Moon Lake thing again. So does it not say when he was arrested? 26... 1744, I don't think it was then. 1925? Convicted of tax evasion in 33 and sent to prison where he died. Okay, so apparently that's the best we're gonna get. And just to triple check now, they didn't say the actual date of his arrest in here, did they? 1889. Arrested in 1932, yeah. But when in 1932? I never realized how similar the music in this game is to DDI. Yeah, definitely a lot of these nice ambient tracks. They're both very nature-oriented games. I love that. Playing some non-Nancy Drew point-and-click games lately. Oh, actually, we should have gone to Emporium. Okay, we'll just go over there once we get there. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of non-Nancy Drew point-and-click games lately. Just a couple of them I've uploaded on the channel so far, but I'm going to play more, like Scratches, and I think there's this ghost hunting game that Andrew told me I should play. I just bought it, actually. It was on sale on Steam. But yeah, I'm realizing that point-and-click is a really solid game formula. I always just kind of thought, you know, it's kind of clunky. I love the Nancy Drew games, but nothing beats being able to actually just walk around in a 3D rendered world. And I'm like, wow, I was totally wrong about that. There's so much more you can do and so much immersion in point-and-click jump cut screens like this, especially in horror, because it makes jump scares so much more dynamic.
Nice Junior Park Ranger pin. You must really be on Acre's good side.
That's funny.
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that tree yet.
I'll give him another call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another drummer. A very slow drummer.
So basically I need camouflage and NVGs.
To make a long story short, I need some camouflage gear.
Got some right over here. One size fits all.
It's time.
But I'm running
critter
kind of
hunt.
low on bait. So if you go out and get me, oh, say a dozen little critters, I'll give you the camos.
Let's do it.
You got a deal. So, what kind of bait do you need?
Worms, spiders, beetles, grubs. Anything that wriggles on its belly'll do. Just look under stuff. Rocks, logs, dead leaves. Should be able to find 12 in no time.
Do I need a permit?
Do I need some kind of permit?
Things ain't quite that bad around here. Least not yet. Now, if Jeff Akers' daddy was still around, you might get arrested for cruelty to animals or some such nonsense. Joe Akers used to be the deputy sheriff. Real critter lover, that one was.
Joe Akers, that's a new name.
Joe Akers is Jeff's father?
That's right.
Very, very interesting.
I found an old newspaper in Sally's house that contained an article on Mickey Malone. It really got my curiosity going. What else can you tell me about him?
Person you should talk to is Jeff Akers. He's
Oh,
got this
sure, 'cause he had
historical
so many
museum
answers.
thing going out at that ranger station of his.
We can ask about the museum, but we've already been there.
How do I get to the museum?
Just up lake from Sally's on the east side.
All right, and we might as well just ask this to humor her.
Does the name Waldo Matthias mean anything to you?
Can't say as it does.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
Ooh, Alex, our resident horror game developer, says that he's actually friends with the developers of the creator of Scratches. I cannot wait to play Scratches because it was a really difficult game to get my hands on. I'm not an amputee, I have two hands. And it was just really interesting because I ended up having to get it from Goodwill. I got a hard copy of it, and the box was super cool. And just the screenshots on the side really have my attention. I know that I said I was going to play a bunch of horror games in October, but I got really busy, and I played a couple, and I'm still playing some of them right now. But like as soon as I finish Call of Cthulhu, I'm totally jumping right into Scratches, and I'm going to start uploading that on the channel. Because it's not that people didn't recommend enough horror games, it's that they recommended so many that were all so good that I realized, holy crap, I'm only going to have time to play like 2 of these at best. So, yeah, definitely some point-and-click games coming in the future, and I can't wait to play them, honestly. That's 2 bugs right there. I've done the Critters Challenge so many times that I'm not even afraid of it anymore. How many did I just get from that? Okay, that's still 3, even though there was like 4 different worms under that rock. We gotta come in once at night, or once in the day, and then once at night. That's 4 now. Man, sometimes I like to think what would happen if like characters from these games came into Pawn Stars with rare artifacts from Moon Lake and all sorts of other crazy stuff, and Rick is just gonna be like, best I can do is $2 and a pack of gum for like, I don't know, antique bottles of booze and like gold bullion. I've been watching so much Pawn Stars lately. There's just nothing else for me to do. Also, did we get the camouflage, or do we have to wait? I don't think we get the camouflage till we get the critters in turn. Oh well. I don't think there's any bugs in the cemetery. Alex says, have you thought about playing the bizarre horror game The Lost Crown, A Ghost Hunting Adventure? Best played with friends. I actually saw that on my Steam For You page. This weekend, like every single indie horror game known to man goes on sale for Halloween, so I just bought like 5 of them, and so I've got my work cut out for me. But Lost Crown does sound good, and I definitely have some buddies who would love to play some games on the channel with me every now and again. I don't know. Still, I always do appreciate recommendations. And what was that game that you yourself worked on or made? Cagehead, was that what it was? Because I would like to check that out when I have time too. I think I saw like a Markiplier video of that in my recommended lately. How about the letter from Abe Lincoln in Blue Moon Canyon? Yeah, Rick from Pawn Stars would, like, wipe his nose with it and just think nothing of it. Actually, genuinely, I've seen him pay, like, 6 digits for letters from George Washington and stuff, so... he probably would go ballistic over that letter. Okay. I am so bad at getting out of this forest. Once I get in, I can't get out. How many bugs am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4? Really? Just 4? Uh-oh. Maybe the critter hunt will be more unforgiving than I thought. I think you find 7 in daylight and then 5 at night. Maybe it's different on senior, who knows? Okay, this is to the cemetery. I've already looked at the cemetery. What's this way? Nothing. Ooh, I haven't been to these rocks yet, have I? Nope. Okay, awesome. Thanks for no bugs. Okay, now we're up to 5. Why are there still chirping noises? Don't torture me, game. New log, but nothing under it. Barrow Hill Rock. This game did come out before Barrow Hill, though. It's kind of funny. Alright, and there's the Weatherstone, too. Did we look under the Weatherstone yet? There we go. Ooh, 2 worms. Now we're up to 7. That sounds like par for the course. Cage Face Case 1, The Mine, Cage Face Case 2, The Sewer, Frostbite, Deadly Climate, and The Possession Experiment are games I developed. I'm screenshotting right now, good sir. And Sylvia says, a dozen little critters, it's America's favorite TV show. A dozen little critters. And what does he say? Starring Georgie the Squirrel and Ranger Stink. God, I should dig up one of those super old Arnold from Funniest Moments compilations. These were the best. Okay, what else was I doing? I guess we should try the safe. Even though I'm kind of skeptical that my combination's gonna work. Because I feel like it was gonna end in 32. Okay. The combination I pulled out is 021341. Let's try that. 2 1 3 4 1. Didn't think so. Alright. Must be somewhere else that I'm supposed to find the date then. Or maybe I just didn't look hard enough at all the documents. It wasn't this newspaper clipping, was it? Truth about Mickey Malone. Wait, was this paper written the day that he was captured? I think it is. Okay, so it's up here, isn't it? October 9th, 27, so 10/09/27. 10/09/27. Maybe not. Am I supposed to do 1927? Just trying to get a feel for it. Hey, Schuylerville, we're about the halfway point. The famous Pennsylvania chirping worm. Exactly. Let me think about this. So these are all dates. It goes the month, then the day. Okay. Let me look at this again. Thoughts on thuggery, the truth about Mickey Malone. Are there any dates listed in here in the text? I worked with him for 15 years. Blah, blah, blah. October 9th, 1927. Maybe I don't put in the 0 for October, so just 10/9/27. That might be it. Nah, not quite. This game puts me in a good mood no matter how I was feeling before, and not gonna lie, I was in a pretty trash mood about uni. Well, Skylarville, I'm glad to be here for you then, because I am getting extremely busy with my university too, and it is not that much fun. Whew, I've got a movie shoot coming up next week for a student project, and I'm probably gonna have like less frequent uploads because of it, but I'm honestly kind of excited and also terrified, because there's like a million different things that can go wrong. So basically, I'm crawling back to Jeff Akers again, because I just have to peruse his fascinating museum of curious factoids, because I can't read anything, apparently. Okay. Are there literally no other dates in here? February 13th, 1941. Okay, so this is when he died. But he was arrested in 32, so it has to end in 32, whatever the day was. Wasn't there not a 1932? Okay, this is the one about him getting arrested, isn't it? Finally, there it is. It's 1/29/32. Okay, so I did not see the border at the top. Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. 1/29/32. I'm just going to throw that in chat again. Hey, Jessica. 1/29/32. All right. We have our thing. Doesn't say a word to Ranger Jakers. Just go. Ranger Jakers just goes right into his museum of curious factoids. Looks at an old document from 1932 and then instantly leaves. No questions asked. When I find the time, I would like to try speedrunning one of these games again. I had a lot of fun doing that with Message in a Haunted Mansion and Secrets Can Kill. Okay. So 1/29/32. That's what we agreed on, right? Fine, go all the way around for 2, I guess. Maybe I need an O. O1? Is that it? Wait, let me restart it real quick. O, 1, 2, 9, 3, 2. Okay, so we did need the O. That's a frightening sight. Oh my god. Halo 3 rat, eat your heart out.
I better be careful.
Okay, so you can't actually die from this, though,
I better
right?
be careful. I better be careful.
No, you can't. So just put on the Bane mask and the gloves. And we have the journal. William Akers, 1933 to 1942. I just cannot pronounce Akers. So, this is a really cool little piece of storytelling here. And, like, you know, I've read through it before on the channel, probably in my Ghost Dogs playthrough with Julian. But I don't think I'll read the whole thing today. Basically, just a summarized version is that he goes kind of crazy looking for the gold that Mickey said was hidden somewhere on the property, and he says that the dogs will lead the way, and he...
Joe Akers?
Ooh.
Emily said Jeff Akers' father was named Joe.
Ooh.
Maybe Jeff is related to William Akers after all.
How about that? So, the man in this who is writing is William Akers, and he has a son named Joe, who we know is Jeff's father. So that means that William Akers, the crony of some 2-bit thug, was actually Jeff's grandfather. So keep on scrolling through here. Oh, this is cool. It's how to get to the cemetery. Left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. Awesome. Super easy to read. And, it's basically just a bunch of clues about puzzles that are yet to come in this game. And then finally, we have a heartwarming entry about him.
The dogs will lead the way. I wonder what that means.
We have a heartwarming entry about him saying that his family is treasure enough. And then this map that says the dogs will lead the way. And as you can see, this is the property here, with a little eye marked on the porch for Iggy. So that's going to be very important very soon. Let's close the book. There we go. So, that is some valuable intel we got out of there. Let the mice go back to their squeaking. And we'll go back upstairs. Oh, where's my flashlight? There it is. Yeah, Nancy really should just not have her flashlight on 24/7. Okay, now what? Let me look at the pager again, because I think there's like an Easter egg phone number hidden somewhere in this. Okay, it's not either of those two. Let me scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, look at that. So Nancy just writes down all over the place in here important things. I just always forget that I have this. Yes, her interactive is a great place to find out about detective stuff. Oh, she even put down the dogs' birthdays. Oh, that would have saved me some time to know that. This is senior detective too. Very generous of the game. Alright. I know that we have an Easter egg on the phone. I think we need to call 555-SOLVE. And I forget what that is exactly. Should we call Bess this game? I won't call her yet, but let's see what chat thinks. Is Bess worthy of our conversation? Otherwise, let's get out at the night and go looking for some more critters. So we need 5 more. Are there any under the weather rock? Guess not. Off into the woods we go. Glowworm. Cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have some over here because there's a rock that had nothing under it in the daytime. Here's the rock. Still nothing? What about this one? That's weird. Barrow Hill rock. Oh, 2 glow bugs. Okay, wow. What does that put us up to? Like 11 critters? I think we just need 1 more. I bet you want my critters, but you can't have them. I have simply too many. Can't get enough of these critters. What is this convoluted dead end I got myself into? Yes. The last one should be under this pile of rocks here. Okay, is that 12 critters? I think Nancy's sissling when I get 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a dozen little critters right there. And time. There we go. I like how it's always a full moon on this lake. Even though, like, you know, the moon has a cycle. Just makes perfect sense. Okay. 0219. Okay, I'm just reading chat now. People were saying that they had just memorized the combination and also Pergamentum exit from Blackmore Manor. Alright, well, let's go give Sally her critters before they die of exposure. No, not Sally, Emily. Okay.
Hey, Nancy, how's the bait finding coming along?
12 big, fat, juicy ones.
12 big, fat, juicy ones, just like you wanted.
Well, now, you done all right for a city gal. Here you go. Hope whatever you're hiding from won't catch you. How you holding up?
Ooh, let's ask her about the gold.
Do you know anything about the gold that Mickey Malone supposedly buried somewhere on his property?
Messy.
All I got to say about it is, if there really was a bunch of gold buried somewhere and nobody ever found it, it's for darn sure nobody ever will. Not with them dogs up there.
Oh, sure, the dogs. I'm so afraid.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo.
Yeah, that's another important thing that we found out from the Acres journal that I kind of glossed over, is that, that's where Mickey tells Acres that he has gold buried from the hole-in-the-floor gold heist on his property, and that, the dogs will lead the way and you can find it. So that's kind of what tells the mystery forward at this point. Is there anything that we can talk to good old Ranger Acres about? We can get the last of our bird pictures now, is another thing. Well, at least 2 of the 3.
Good news. I have information on your mystery woman.
Hey!
Thank you so much. Is she still alive?
Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number is 702-555-9137.
Sweet. So we can give her a call when we're ready. Also, the lab results. Did we get anything back?
Sorry to bother you again, but did those results from the water test come in yet?
There's something here for you from the State Department of Health.
Oh, here we go. Water sample. Do not drink or use the water from your well. Initial tests found...
Oh my gosh,
Oh
not
boy.
only is the water bad, but it seems like the well may have been contaminated deliberately.
Arsenic poisoning. Jeepers.
I wouldn't go jumping to conclusions without proof, Ms. Drew. I'm sure there's a far less melodramatic explanation.
Skylerville asks how many weird alternate dialogues we discovered. If you're talking about this game specifically, I thought it was kind of weird how there's the one part where Nancy always just sneezes in the middle of a line for no reason. Otherwise, I don't know. I feel like I may have seen it all in this game. I'll keep on looking for weird ones, though.
What can you tell me about the gold that Malone supposedly buried on his property?
As far as I know, it doesn't exist. It's just one of those rumors people want to believe, so they do.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Moon Bunny is giving an update on his Shadow at the Water's Edge adventure. He's finished all of the renograms, and he's halfway done with the Sudoku, but the nanograms are proving difficult. It's a huge one. He's on the 3rd one right now. Godspeed, soldier. Godspeed. Alright, let's see if we can't get back to the house so we can do some more bird watching. Because I think we can get the Western Tanager and a different bird now. Like in this game when Sally tells you at the start to take the boat anywhere else. If for some reason you've already changed the time of day to look at the boat, you can actually tell her about it. Really? I had no idea. That's cool. I love it when the games have little hidden dialogue like that, because, like, you know, these games get played to death. So when you find something, the tiniest thing that you've never seen before, it actually makes for a pretty rewarding experience. We found some cool... we found just a bunch of cool stuff in the ranger station, or at least I thought it was cool. I learned some things about the FDR National Parks Executive Order, or whatever it was. Well, I don't know. It seemed cool to me. Okay. How am I gonna find the birds? I always forget what the birds like to be. Not the shoe. kicking over every log I see. Okay, here's the yellow shirt. Come on, Sucre, you're going to the shoot. Tanager song. There it is. No, where's my picture? There it is. Alright. We've got the Tanager. Neat. Skylerville says, have you ever checked out the alternate Jacques fight that I once told you about? That sounds familiar. Refresh me what that one was, because I don't remember whether or not I actually saw it. It's like, if you do something out of order, Jacques can say something unique. I'm not sure where this last bird's gonna be, honestly. When Jacques calls you on the phone, if you run out of the room instead of answering, he sounds strange in person. Oh! Okay, I'll have to try that sometime, because I don't know why anyone in their right mind would ever not answer the phone during that sequence. I should definitely give that a try. Let's see. In Safety for Danger, if instead of entering Dwayne's apartment after he buzzes you in, you try ringing him again, he says something stupid and snarky. That's kind of funny. Fun fact, says Massey, this was one of the many Nancy Drew games that was from my era of the original game series, from the bygone era of the early Nancy Drew games from 98 to 2004. Yeah, I think this one came out in the year I was born. So, Ghost Dogs and I are one and the same. 2003. I know I haven't said it in a while. I'm 18 years old, and a lot of people think that that's a lot younger than they expect of me. I finally got a haircut though today, so now I actually look my age. I posted a pic of that on the community tab. I don't look like Charlie Manson anymore, is what I mean to say. Cardinal song, is that what we need? Yeah, Cardinal. Alright. Moon Bunny says I was born before the games came out. Ah, one of the ancient ones. So glad to have you. Okay, now just to find my way back. What's going on? Where's the entrance? Here we go. So, what we're supposed to do now is you can keep on looking for the red-tailed hawk for actual weeks, like how I did as a child, and you're never gonna find it. You need to go back to Red Knot and tell him, hey, this red-tailed hawk is hacking, I can't find it anywhere, and he will give us a useful little tidbit of information to capture the elusive red-tailed hawk. We haven't talked to Red in a little while. What's up, man?
How's the bird watching coming along?
I just can't seem to find a red-tailed hawk. Any suggestions?
Well, there's gotta be lots around here. You haven't been going around wearing sunglasses and earmuffs, have you?
Ooh, sass Nancy.
No, Red, I haven't.
Well, according to
kill
my
'em.
bird map, they like to nest in the big tree that's just to the southwest of the Malone house. I suggest you park yourself nearby and wait. Bound to spot one sooner or later.
Alright, so a tree southwest of the Malone house. Oh, and let's ask him about the Mickey Malone legend.
Mickey Malone supposedly buried a bunch of stolen gold bars on his property way back in the 20s. Did you know that?
Really? That's interesting. I don't much care, but it's interesting.
Ever hear of a man named William Akers?
I know an extremely annoying park ranger named Jeff Akers, but I've never heard of any William Akers.
Fascinating.
See you in a while.
No hurry.
Ali Escape says, one of my favorite games, ditto to that. This is the first game Julian and I ever beat. The memories. I wonder if Vivian's awake this late. Might as well give her a call. We have to eventually. 555-9137.
If you're selling something, hang up right now. I got an air horn in my hand that could deafen a dinosaur, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, no, please. I'm not selling anything. Believe me. Is this Vivian Whitmore?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got exactly 5 seconds to state your business.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, right. The Moon Lake Park Ranger said you might call, but you have to talk fast. An old friend of mine is flying in today from Florida, and when I say old, I mean old, as in 5 years older than I am. Don't bother trying to do the math, sweet stuff, you'll hurt yourself. So, that ranger fella said you found an old picture of me.
Sure did.
It was of you and Mickey Malone. Do you remember him?
Of course I remember him. I remember everything about that time of my life. It was a roaring 20 for crying out loud. One of the most exciting decades in American history. Just
we have a ghost dog in my house.
I've got a few years on most people doesn't mean my brain's turned to tapioca, sweet stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Mickey and I dated for 5 years. Oh, I knew what he was, and I didn't approve, believe you me. But I was young, and we got along so well, and he was so considerate. He always kept birch beer on tap at that speakeasy of his just
Birch
for
beer.
me.
Tell me about this speakeasy.
Tell me about the speakeasy.
It was in the basement, right there at Moon Lake. Feds never knew about it, but everybody who was anybody on the East Coast back then, actors, musicians, bankers, politicians, they knew. You weren't big time unless you'd made at least one trip to Moon Lake Mickey's.
Did this speakeasy have a secret entrance?
There was a lock hidden in one of the tombstones in that little cemetery behind the house. You needed a key to unlock it, and when you did, stairs would appear that led to the speakeasy.
Huh. How about that?
William Akers, the guy you call Willie. He wrote about looking for the gold that Malone had supposedly buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that?
The hole in the floor gold heist. Well, I'll be darned.
So he did bury the gold.
So it's true? He did bury gold on his property?
Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he'd buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all.
Do you have any idea where he might have hidden it?
Afraid not. Mickey was
Maybe
so
in his
secretive
underground
that
speakeasy,
the men
Nancy.
who completed his house at Moon Lake were not only forbidden to talk about the work they'd done, but they were ordered to leave the state for good, or else. But you know, I think he mentioned a map. Yes. He said he was making a treasure map and that... the dogs. Something about those dogs of his.
The dogs will lead the way.
The dogs will lead the way?
He was always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone. Think, Viv, think. He said he was making a treasure map, and that he was also having paintings done of each dog.
Ooh.
He made it sound like one thing had something to do with the other, like he was giving me some big important clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have.
That's a bit sad.
William Akers had some kind of map in the back of his journal. Do you think that's the treasure map Malone mentioned?
It's possible. But knowing Mickey, he probably made the map so obscure that poor Willie couldn't make heads or tails of it. Mickey loved to tease people like that. Made him feel smart. But feeling smart isn't the same as being smart. He died in prison, you know. No family, no friends. That's about as stupid as you can get.
Poor fella.
Do you have any idea how to get into Malone's speakeasy from the house?
I sure don't. That saloon was built using two main ingredients, concrete and secrecy. Mickey always bragged that nobody could get in unless he wanted them in, and I do believe he was right. But I'll tell you what, if you send me that picture of me and Mickey, I'll send you my key.
How will I know which tombstone to use it in?
As a joke, Mickey had a tombstone made with the name of this federal agent who had it out for him inscribed on it. That's the one the key unlocks.
Waldo Matthias, then. How about that? Alright, you've got a deal.
Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold?
I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I liked was, what was his name? Iggy. I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet. He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep.
Good dog. Well, that's all we need out of her for now.
It's been fun talking to you.
Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely. Someone needs to intern her. Okay, well, what are we doing now? We might as well... Oh, we need to go back to daytime for one thing. Let's go ahead and mail that picture at the Moon Lake Post Office Station, otherwise known as Jeff Akers' house. And then we will go red-tailed hawk hunting. Chat's just bragging about how everyone's older than the Nancy Drew games. Wow. There was a time where Nancy was older than us, says Faith. Not really, if you count her as being as old as the Carolyn Keene books.
Hello again, Miss Drew. Am I in for another interrogation?
Perhaps.
How much would it cost to send this photo to Vivian Burnett?
As always, I'm here to serve, Miss Drew. Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it. I'm sure she'll be very pleased to get this back.
And, what do you know about a man named Joe Akers?
What do you know about a man named Joe Akers?
Why do you ask?
Ooh, he had a real big tone change there.
I understand he used to be the deputy here.
So?
Yeah, you're related to William Akers.
Are you sure you're not related to William Akers?
All right, all right. William Akers was my grandfather.
I'm just gonna stop the conversation there.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
So awkward.
I apologize for my previous behavior. As a park ranger, I strive to
That
keep
doesn't
my
make any
personal
sense.
feelings
Why is he
in check at all
apologizing
times,
now?
and that time I failed.
We
It's
didn't
my
even
duty as a
egg
public
him on.
servant to try to make it up to you. What would you like to know?
Okay, where did your grandfather find the gold?
Did your grandfather ever find any gold on Malone's property?
If he did, he never spent it. He wasn't poor when he died, but he certainly wasn't rich.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Well, we've got that page, the painting being sent post haste now. So let's go back to Sally's house and take a look for this tree that used to house the red-tailed hawk. I still don't understand where Old Clock fits into the game's timeline. It doesn't. It just does not at all. It's like the spin-off
I
game.
don't see any hawks, but this is probably the tree Red was talking about. At least it was the tree.
Look at how it's cut.
That sounded like a hawk.
The hawk.
I need a camera.
You need a camera.
There it
Nancy.
is. I better get a picture before it takes off.
Will it take off, though? What happens if I just wait here? I'm curious. Alright, I guess I'll take a picture. Hey, yo, it's the Bluetooth speaker. That's all 6 pictures, though.
Hey, what is that hawk standing on?
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, that looks like a speaker.
My brother and I were screaming the first time this
I
happened.
better get out of here. My arms and legs are tied. I can't move.
Like, shit just went from 0 to
At least
100
I can kick.
so
If I could
fast.
just get that scythe down, I could use the blade to cut the rope around my wrists and free my hands.
You know what? For the hell of it, let's get a couple game over sequences, because they're pretty funny. I think we can get one really fast if we just keep on pumping the shed full of gas while it's on fire. Come on. Keep going. Hey, Hotchkiss' boots. Someone should probably go deliver those to her. What if I just, like... No, that's on fire. Keep lighting literally everything on fire. I'm like hurting the fire graphics, they're standing still. Come on, Nancy, just blow up already. I just want to get the goofy ending. Nancy's gasp is so scary, yeah. Am I misremembering? Is there even a death sequence? Okay, yep. There's most definitely a death sequence. Alright, second chance. So, the way you do this is, you light this on fire. You light it on... Why does that not work? Uh-oh. Okay, now it's working, because we needed the fire to go down there. So then we spread it over here, and the barrel's on fire, and we use the jack to pump this up. Am I forgetting something? Oh, the gnome head. Okay, then. So then that rolls over. Very simple Rube Goldberg contraption. We cut ourselves free.
I can't just let this thing burn up. I've got to put it out.
And then real quick, let's just get the other goofy game over screen where we go away too far.
I need a bucket.
Oh, look at this. I never knew that. You can fill up the water right out of the lake. I always thought that you had to fill up the water from the well. Fascinating. Oh, hold up. There's already water in the bucket, though. Can I do that still? Yeah, that's a rare screen, then.
I need a bucket. I need a bucket.
Did anyone else ever know that? Oh, it's a speedrunning technique, is it? All right, well, let's just get it to burn down real quick. Yeah, that's just such a spooky screen. Ranger Stink says, "Hey kids, remember, after you've been knocked out..." Oh, I didn't read it fast enough. Damn it.
I can't just
All
let
right.
this thing burn up. I've got to put it out.
Let's do it the real way this time. Bucket. And douse it.
What in blazes happened? I saw the fire from my platform and came running. You weren't in there playing with matches, were you?
I was looking at birds, and then I noticed something on the house, and the next thing I knew, I was locked
Don't
in
mind
the
me
tool
just
shed
looking
and
at my
somebody was
PDA.
setting it on
Yes.
fire.
Very interesting.
I was looking at birds, and then I noticed
Oh, it just
something
restarted
on
the
house,
conversation?
and the next thing I knew, I was locked in the tool shed, and somebody was setting it on fire.
Whoa, you're not making much
Oh, now I
sense.
can't look at my map anymore. That's too
Probably
bad.
smoke inhalation or something. Come talk to me after you've cleaned yourself up and gotten some sleep. I need to tell you something.
Why are
Somebody
Red
tried to
Knots
kill
animations
you?
so crisp?
I didn't say that.
Somebody knocked you out, locked you in a shed, set it on fire, and you think they were, what, just pulling a prank? Wake up and smell the hostile vibes, Nancy.
I guess it's just hard for me to believe that anybody would consider me to be that big a threat.
Nancy, you've literally
should've
caused
never let
solved
you
like
stay there
6
by
mysteries
yourself.
now.
Sally, I'm fine. I feel bad about your tool shed, though.
Who cares about the shed? It was full of junk anyway. I'm glad to be rid of it.
That's kind of the way Ranger Akers saw it, too. He showed up right after the birdwatcher did and ticketed me for burning refuse in a manner that endangered park property.
That
Damn
man
it, Ranger
is
Akers.
insufferable.
Emily was nice, though. She came by right afterwards and wouldn't leave until I drank the tea she made for me.
Look, Nancy, one more time. If you want to leave, just say the word and I'll come get you.
Sally, one more time. I'm fine.
Well, then promise me you'll be careful, okay?
I promise. I'll be in touch.
You better.
For time's sake, I think we'll either call Sally or Bess next. So, what do you guys think? Does Bess or Sally deserve our attention? You can't have both. In fact, just shut the door, please, okay? Let's go talk with Red Knot, because he had some stuff to tell us. And also, he has some pictures for him. And pretty soon, we should be getting the delivery from Vivian. And then that's where the fun really begins.
Hello there. I owe you an apology. After you came up here looking for those red tails,
Everyone's
I
saying
gave
Bess.
my map a closer
Awesome.
look and realized it was more than 50 years old. Reason you can't find them is probably because their favorite nesting tree is gone. Finding that hawk's gonna be harder than I thought, so why don't you just give me back my camera and I'll take it from here. It didn't get burned up in that fire or anything, did it?
Nope, and I actually took the picture for you.
You'll be happy to know that I did get a picture of a red-tailed hawk. So here's your camera back. I got all the birds.
Thank you, Nancy. Nice work. You're a credit to your generation.
Oh, that means a lot.
I never noticed those gas cans before.
I ran out of gas. So much for being prepared, huh? Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I'm sure you've got places to go, things to see, people to pester.
See you in a while.
No hurry.
Just me and my non-sus gas cans that I bring up to my treehouse. Just a little ways away from where a shed was burnt down. Awesome. Alright. Let's see if I can't just cheese the game real quick and do a couple day skips. So go to the next night, and then the next night, and then however long it takes for something to deliver from New Vegas, or Las Vegas. Damn. I always say New Vegas ever since I played New Vegas. It's just always been my problem now. Damn, I love New Vegas though. Such a good game. Alright. So here we are back out here. Close that up. Nope, just hit the pull cord. And, Ranger Station. Danger track is kind of cool in this game. It's okay. I honestly don't like the danger track that much, but it's like the only bad part of the soundtrack, if you ask me. Everything else is fantastic.
A package just arrived for you from Las Vegas.
Oh, you mean New Vegas? It's
Great. Vivian sent me the key.
probably my
I'll
acceptance
dispose of the
speech
package.
for the King's tribe.
Wouldn't want to break any littering laws, would we?
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
Nancy opens it and it's the platinum chip. Alright. Hey there, Yogo. How you doing? Hey, boo-boo. I've got a ticket to the big time. Oh, what is this, Yogi? Have you ever heard of crypto? Let's see if anything's new with M. You can probably talk with her about the shed burning down or something.
How you holding up?
Guess not.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
Alright, so basically, it's mega puzzle time. We're about to get, like, right into the meat of this game when it comes to puzzles. Let's talk with Bess first, though. Gotta love a good Bess phone call. And then we go right into Walden Matthias mode. 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 4, 4, 6, 8. Oh man, I must have missed a number. Let me try that again. 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 4, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that's how I got them all.
Nancy, how's it going?
Hey, Bess. How'd you know it was me?
Telepathy, of course. Just another of my many talents. You are so full of it. She got caller ID, Nancy. So now, instead of hanging up on the geeks that always call her, she just doesn't answer the phone. Very funny. So what's up?
Believe it or not, on some nights, this house gets attacked by a pack of dogs. Sally's so scared of them, she left me here by myself.
Did you say dogs? She couldn't have, George. Dogs don't attack houses.
Dogs don't attack houses, these ones do.
Not only did these dogs attack Sally's house, they had eyes that glowed yellow. A birdwatcher I ran into said they were ghosts.
Ghosts?
The man who built Sally's place on Moon Lake was a gangster. The birdwatcher said that the ghosts of his dogs show up every time someone new tries to live here.
The place is haunted by ghost dogs? Like there's such a
Roll
thing
credits.
as ghosts. But it does sound like you've got another mystery on your hands, Detective Drew.
Private cemetery. When can we talk about, like, our near-death experience? I guess not.
There's a private cemetery in the woods out back. Malone and his dogs are supposedly buried there.
Creepy.
Is that all they have to say?
Did I tell you about all the weird noises I've been hearing inside the house?
Are you sure you're going to be all right there by yourself? We'd volunteer to drive out there and keep you company, but unfortunately my car's in the shop, and you know what a scaredy cat George is.
I thought
That's
Bess was the
okay.
scaredy
There's really
cat.
no room, and believe me, living conditions here are pretty primitive.
Scaredy cat, huh? You're gonna pay for that remark, dear cousin.
Yeah, that sounds more right that Bess is the scaredy cat.
Hey, newsflash. I think I know why somebody wants to scare Sally off her property, and it has nothing to do with birds, parks, or artifacts.
So what does it have to do with?
Gold, as in 600 pounds of gold bullion.
Come on, Nancy, tell us everything. Gold is one of my favorite subjects.
Well, I found William Akers' journal, who, it turns out, was our friendly park ranger's grandfather.
Ooh, that's interesting. Not as interesting as 600 pounds of gold. Go on, Nancy.
Have you ever heard of the hole-in-the-floor gold heist?
I've heard of the hole-in-the-wall gang.
Well, according to Akers' journal, in 1931, somebody stole a shipment of gold bars in broad daylight by dropping them through a hole in the floor of a moving train.
Let me guess. The thieves were never caught, and the gold was never found.
You got it. According to Akers, Malone masterminded the whole thing, and he hid the gold right here on his Moon Lake property.
You think it's still there? It must be. Like you said, Nancy, that would explain why somebody wants Sally, and now you out of there so bad.
I also found a map with the inscription, "The dogs will lead the way."
Are we just not going to
found a
tell them
treasure map?
that someone tried to kill us?
Gosh, Nancy. Secret passageways, buried treasure? You're like a magnet for that stuff. The dogs will lead the way to what?
According to the journal, Malone left Akers the map and said it would show him where the gold was, but all it has on it is that inscription and some landmarks.
What kind of landmarks?
The house, the shoreline, some rocks in the lake, the pump, the cemetery, and it's crisscrossed with lines like a grid.
Ooh.
A grid? Sounds like precise locations are involved.
Moon Lake is gorgeous, but so remote. The well water, that's another thing.
Did I mention that all the water in Sally's house comes from a well?
Ew, really? Does it taste like rotten eggs? Not all well water tastes like rotten eggs, Bess.
I don't know if it does or not, because the well is so old, I need to get the water tested before I drink it.
Good plan. Nothing will wreck your day faster than a nice tall glass of contaminated water.
Moon Lake is gorgeous, but it's so remote. The park ranger is the closest thing they have to a sheriff around here.
Park ranger? What's he like? Which, as we all know, is Bess's way of saying, park ranger? Is he cute? Not true, George. Nancy thinks everybody's cute, so what will be the point? Anyway, Nancy, you were saying?
Well, he seems like an okay guy, but frankly, nobody around here seems to like him very much.
Okay, Matt, welcome to the stream.
He
Hope
takes
you had a
his
good
job
shift.
very seriously, which tends to rub some people the wrong way.
Did you tell him about the ghost dogs?
He thinks they're just plain old dogs that for some reason like to run around at night scaring people.
And what does Detective Drew think about the dogs?
I think Sally had good reason to be scared of them. I don't blame her for leaving, which leads me to think that maybe that was the whole idea.
Somebody had those dogs attack Sally in order to scare her away? Why would anybody do that? She was there for less than a month. You'd have to be a total creep to make enemies that fast. And Sally's one of the nicest people I know. Ooh, Nancy! Speaking of cute guys, Frank and Joe Hardy called. I filled them in on where you are and what you're doing, and they're dying
Oh
to hear
god, the
from
Hardy
you.
Boys, I forgot.
Oh yeah? What are they up to?
Compared to you, nothing. As I was telling them about this latest case of yours, I could hear them turning green with envy right through the receiver. Their number is 280-555-4865.
Hooray, more phone numbers. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about.
I recognized it when they called and almost didn't answer the phone. Good thing my cousin here has a memory like an elephant, huh? What's that supposed to mean? Call them, Nancy. They're dying to hear from you. But remember, Frank's cute and all that, but George and I want to hear from you too. Yeah, no fair discussing the case with them from now on and not with us. Promise you'll keep us up to speed?
I promise.
And now I promise to place a prohibition on talking to you guys.
Bye, you guys.
Ta-ta. Ciao for now.
Alright, let's get out to the speakeasy. It's time for some real thug mystery stuff going on. So Waldo Matthias, and literally the way this puzzle works is that the tombstone says Waldo, and Mickey would always make fun of him for being bald, so you need to rearrange the sequence until it says Baldo Matthias. God, Mickey seems like he was quite the man. Did I go left or right there? I can't even tell. Alright. Waldo. Let's punch this key in. Okay, so I sometimes suck at this puzzle, and then sometimes I solve it in like 3 moves. Let's figure out which one of these days that's gonna be. Baldy. As in Baldy's Basics. Balpo. Oh hey, I got it! That wasn't too bad. Look at this Indiana Jones stuff. That's sweet.
It's too dark. I need a flashlight.
Good thing you have a flashlight, Nancy.
Oh, the batteries are going dead.
No!
Can't see a thing. I'd better go back.
Come on, Nancy. Why would you just have the flashlight on in your inventory this whole time? Okay, I found the lever, I think. Yep. Alright. So now, we found a cool secret passageway, but we can't explore it at all because Nancy sucks at conserving battery life. Like, for real, this entire game she's just had the flashlight on in her pocket. Even though, ooh, the moon is so bright, I won't even need my flashlight. Okay, Nancy. Have fun with your decisions and reaping the rewards. Anyways, let's go to our favorite little general store to see what we can do for some batteries. It sounds like we're still not going to have any more money than last time. Bit of padding to the game, yes. They're just trying to nerf me, otherwise I'd just rip right through it.
How you holding up?
I need flashlight batteries. Do you carry them?
Yep. But you know, I've been meaning to make a pretty display out of them packs of combo cola over there for the longest time. Just can't seem to get around to it.
I could probably do that.
Here's the way it should look when you're done.
This shouldn't be too hard. The Combo Cola Company. Can I pick it up? Okay, there we go. I heard someone tell me once that they glitched the game. In fact, I should probably... Oh my god, what just happened? Oh, what was that? I was just talking about breaking the game through Combo Cola, and I got so scared that I just completely ruined it right there. Okay, I'm saving the game. Let's see. Combo Cola sucks. Let's see. Yeah, somebody commented and said that they completely ruined their Ghost Dog save because they picked up a piece of the Combo Cola and they put it in their inventory somehow. Is there a way I can do that, maybe? I don't know. I guess I won't try it. Okay, bottom left. Okay, we need most of the green on the left side. Can I not rotate any of this? I guess not. Oh no, I can rotate it. Okay, that does make things more difficult. This one goes in the top right, definitely. Okay. It's a simple puzzle. Okay, now we're on the third column. Looks like this piece goes up here. Alright, we're almost there. And these ones just need to be arranged in a specific order. I like how this doesn't look like anything. And Emily's in denial saying, oh no, that's Combo Cola. I swear that's Combo Cola. Unless I switch these ones. There we go.
Ta-da! One smiling goldfish. It's obviously never tried Combo Cola.
Yeah, K-Matt, you're right. No one is going to look at this and be like, oh wow, a fish, that's clever. No, they're going to go drink Dr. Pepper.
Hey, Nancy. This mean you got them cans stacked?
You bet. They look just like the picture you gave me, which you can have back.
Here's your batteries. And thanks, Nancy.
Can I have it? Can I please have it? Oh, that's right. She's, I couldn't hear. She actually puts in the batteries right there. That's what was happening. Alright. Now off to go explore the Baldwin Matthias tombstone. Now we're jumping right into Puzzle Central, like feet first. We should also give Vivian a call just to have the cute little cameo from your girl as Eustacia and Dropov. But not yet. Oh, took a wrong turn there. Awesome. There's my shirt. Keep going left, turn there, and here, and there, and there, and here. And we've made it. Okay, let's see if I can solve it as easily as last time. So the D does not matter. That's the last thing we can do. Falco. Alright, it's done. Now we go into the depths. Alright.
It's silly to try to explore this in the dark.
It's funny because it's if you go down this in the dark, you can fall into this pit and die. And Nancy screams like really loud. It's really creepy. Fork in the road already. Except that's a dead end, so it's not really a fork in the road. Right.
Uh-oh.
I think we go left and we'll find the world-famous Malone Speakeasy. I cannot imagine people having to go through this every time they wanted to visit the Speakeasy.
So this is the Speakeasy.
Snazzy
Wow.
as hell. Okay, so there's a lot to do in here. This is a little door we can unbar. And now we should be able to go back and forth between this and the house. Wait, can I go back and forth? I forget. I don't want to risk not being able to. Let's not do that yet. So first, on the roulette table, we have something hidden over here, don't we? Yep, hidden button. I think that unlocks the spigots for us. Next up, paintings. These are the paintings that we heard about.
So Lucy would swim out to the shipwreck, which is about
Awesome.
here.
So we have the shipwreck now. Oh boy. My sister just started playing music. I should probably get up and ask her to stop that real quick. Give me 1 second while I just leave you with this pleasant display of the boneyard. Took a little convincing. Alright, that should be better now. Should be able to go back and forth. Okay, let's hope so. Also, welcome to the stream, CM. I don't think I've seen you in chat yet. Okay, before that, let's see. Ooh, the dartboard over here. Yep, that's Baldo Matthias himself. They put him on the dartboard. Good old Mickey.
Aw, he's so cute.
Looks like the ghost dogs when they were puppies. I wonder what the names of the dogs were that they used to model for this game. So this is Xander. He has the red collar. Lucy has the blue collar. No, Lucy has the green collar. There's just a lot of blue in the painting. Who's over here? Vetus by the hawk? I think so.
If map is correct, the tree where Vitus would bark at the hawks used to be right about here.
Alright, and that's the tree that we found the hawks at. So Vetus is blue. That means Iggy's yellow. And we definitely don't have a hidden door behind this wall. Oh, okay.
It's too dark.
Oh, that's the way we came, isn't it? Nope. Get inside, Nancy. Okay, there are more secret passageways yet. So let's get behind the counter now. Loot Iggy real quick. So Iggy was yellow, yeah. We already have Iggy marked on the map. We are having trouble with the Xander one because the
Those
painting was
must be the
damaged.
spigots William Akers mentioned in his journal.
Okay, so what we want to do for this is each spigot has a color, and we want to have it so that the dog has their corresponding color on here. So Xander is red, so we want to have X for Xander. How do I open these again? Is there something you do to unlock the spigots? I totally forget what it is. Wizard Kitten. Hey there, Vote for Holt. I see you're playing one of the best ND games ever. I sure am. A lot of people might fight you for that opinion, though. I saw that you and Nancy Drew Times did a collaboration video. I've been meaning to watch that, but I've been super busy. Always cool to see more collaborations in the community, though. Okay, so Xander was red, for sure. Dapper Dog. How do I unlock the spigots? There's something in here I have to do, isn't there? Was it over by the stage? I thought it was just the roulette table. Maybe I have to hit it again. Now will the spigots work? Okay, yeah, now they do. So this one needs to be X. Okay, this should be pretty simple. Are all the different blocks the same? There was a really simple way to solve this a while ago. I forget what it was. Okay, so we have X down now. Blue is supposed to be loose. No, Vetus. Vetus is blue. Maybe try putting 2 on here. Maybe just another one. I had a formula a long time ago. I used it in the playthrough this. I totally forget what it was that I was able to just solve this really easily, but I forget what the little formula was. I mean, trial and error does it just fine anyways. Wizard Kitten says, yes, it was incredible. Let me know if you'd ever want to collab too. I'm such a fan of your ND content. Thanks, Wizard Kitten. Yeah, I'd definitely be down for something. I'll talk with Julian about it, because, I mean, maybe I'll do something without him eventually, because I like to try to save my top 10 ideas for when he's in town. My gosh, this one is actually taking me forever. It's every 3 it moves, right? So, like, if I put the double on here... Okay, wait. What is O in relation to X? Okay, it must just be that this is totally different on Senior Detective. I'm gonna give this one more try, and then I'm just gonna move to the next one. Finally, V. Okay. Now we need I on here. Alex says, I remember as a kid, I thought the picture of Waldo was Mickey, because he looked more like a stereotypical gangster. He does. He has like the, I don't know, not Don Corleone look, but just the real chiseled, big hog gangster, you know? No! No! Damn it. I backed up. Okay. I think I did 3 for this first one. And God knows how many I did for the second. Maybe another. Okay, maybe I overshot it altogether. So, basically I need to stop being super, touchy with the spigots. I'm never gonna get X again. This is so aggravating. Okay, there it is. Now I'm just gonna put 5 into this one. How many can I put into this? That's a good question, actually. Let's find out. Speakeasy is one of the best locations in the whole series. Love the reveal. 100% agree, Wizard Kitten. Okay. Yeah, that did not work. Let's do 6. So we want this one to land on V, I think. We got the Z. 1 short. Wow, that's rough. Maybe from O I can get it? No. I need to land on whatever's before O. I think A. Okay, I think I've got it now. Yeah. Okay. So now let's try to do I without accidentally backing up. So I need to land it on whatever comes before D if I'm going to get this. That might be it right there. Is D the next thing? Alright, we got I. Nice. And then this last one, it should be L, if I've been doing this right. Okay, so... I did not see what the first letter was we started on. So that's going to give us a little bit of trouble. Nothing that a little trial and error can't fix. XVIL. Ooh. So a secret door further down one of the passages just opened. Nice. I'm all about that. Back into the passages we go. Let's see. Some light emanating down here. So I guess this electricity is connected to Sally's house then. So we have little mosaics of each dog. Iggy. Some of the shoreline. Vetus. You know, actually, the Xander one should be here, and it should be undamaged, too. Right here, yeah.
Xander played by the pump, which is right here.
Alright. So, Vetus, Iggy, Xander, and then out here on the shipwreck was Lucy, in the same column as Xander. So now, if we find the familiar-looking one right here, we can do this, and this, I think. Is that it? Yep. That's our solution. And now we've unlocked yet another secret door. What was that?
That doesn't sound good.
Okay, so something just broke somewhere. Let's start off with this door down here. A very long hallway with lots of screens.
It's some kind of lock.
Yes, often what most things with a keyhole are. I guess we're not getting in there yet. But something down the way appears to have shattered open. So let's go have a look. Left or right? Let's go left. Just a dead end. Okay, what's the other way? Ooh. Alright. This is always one of my favorite parts of the game because I could never understand where we were and it was so creepy. I believe this is an underground cave that's attached to the lake somehow. And inside of it we have...
So you're the ghost dogs. You look pretty real to me.
Needless to say, we are coming up on some spoilers. I mean, this is a big one right here, but we're about to find out who the culprit is, too. Because there's some pretty concrete evidence in this room. So around here, we have some little incriminating pieces. Mamma Mia Pizzeria, the same pizza that was ordered from Maya in the final scene. Let's see. Dento Glow, glow-in-the-dark toothpaste, safe for humans and pets. I should get me some of that. That sounds like a good bit of fun. Silent Sonic's dog whistle.
These dogs have been trained to act vicious on command.
That's harsh. So, the culprit has trained these dogs to become violent and angry. Due to the dog whistle. Tabloids, huh? The Tattler. Mayan temples used as alien landing pads. Glyphs hold evidence to device. Lose 50 pounds in a day and live. The Faniac. For the ultimate movie fan. Look who's back. Despite the Royal Palladium fiasco, Brady Armstrong makes a comeback in Destiny Shines Forth. I guess that's supposed to be the sequel to Vanishing Destiny then. Oh, someone's shouting. That's great. Give me a second. Let's see. So, your very own Roadkill International Film Festival. We have a headlamp over here. No, this is a harness. Oh, for dog training. My dog had a harness like that, but he never had much patience for it.
That's the speaker I saw in the house.
It sure is, Nancy. What else is here? Wow, my dog, everything in the house is just noisy right now. And a key with the MM insignia on it, no less. And here we have the most damning piece of evidence of all. The pink journal. Malone dock, comb, cameo pin, 2 bottles, empty, 5 coins. Rumor going around the lake that the Malone house has been sold. Pink ink, by the way. Return Titanic to Val's video, same time, overdue. 1 bottle of cognac, full, tiara, rusted. This all seems like it fits the bill for one of our characters. And what dog do I have? I have an Australian Shepherd Border Collie, actually. And it's kind of funny because a border collie was the same kind of dog that Red Knot had, which he talks about earlier in the game. Gary's Gadgets, you think it will provide it? Try in. New owner moving in late April. We're not mentioned here, are we? Sally McDonald, freelance photographer. That's creepy. Malone and his stupid puzzles can take a flying leap. Now, where have we heard that before? And have a look at this. Who is Nancy Drew? Get out nets, repair checkboat for leaks. ND knows about the gold. Must find it before she does. And also we have the names of the real dogs in here. Bruce, Eddie, Merrill, and Cheryl, I believe are their names. So that's cute. Give me 1 second, because I just want to make sure that my dog's okay. Because if the TV's on, it's spooky.
Sally's house because high-frequency signal was transmitted to them through the speaker I saw on the roof.
I'll leave you guys with the dogs for just a
You've
second
been trained to
while I go
respond
check
to a
on mine.
silent signal from this thing, haven't you?
Hold up. No. Sit back down, dog. Sit down. No, get out of the way.
Who's a good
The
boy?
bone.
Who's a good
In the back,
puppy,
there's the
puppy,
bone.
puppy?
That is most definitely the bone from later in the game.
Boy, who's got you playing ghost, huh?
That's cute. Alright, well yeah, I'm gonna go check out my dog real quick. Just be like 10 seconds. More like 30. Alright, dog's just fine. Now to see about these dogs. Let's see. Alex says, funny when you think about it, these criminals are extremely dumb when kids can solve their mysteries and such. Yep. So. Let's see. I think we can go into the culprit confrontation more or less now. But I kind of don't want to yet, because there's still some stuff I wanted to do topside. Uh-oh. Wait, are you serious? The door closes in on me? Oh, I wanted to go up top, though. There's other stuff I wanted to do. Oh, I should not have gone into the thing. I wanted to get the Easter egg, and I wanted to call Eustacia. I didn't realize that the door closes in on you once you progress too far. Oh well. That's too bad. Let's go ahead and get through the mosaic now. Moon Bunny. Okay, people are talking about Titanic now in the chat. If I rented Titanic, it would be overdue too. That's a good movie, says K-Matt, and Moon Bunny says the same. Titanic is my favorite movie. Wow. Okay, Mr. F, this is Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, not Ghost Cats. You can come back for game 21. Please just leave me be. MM, get the Mickey Malone key in here. And here we have what I believe is the bottom of the well. Some spooky stuff going on down here. And a couple of game over sequences too. Let's see. So what all is there? We have the valve on the floor. The valve from Valve headquarters, where as soon as someone steals it, we get the heavy update. Okay. So if we open this now, we die, don't we? Yep. I vote that we let Mr. F run the stream. Yeah, he's gonna be my successor. There's no way around it. Such a handsome young gentleman. Okay.
Something's missing here.
So the water level is very high. So we need to put this valve on there, right? And then we go around the side, and we take a screwdriver, because we gotta have some torque, of course. And we...
It's locked.
Oh.
It's blocked.
It's blocked? Really?
It's locked.
How do I unblock it?
It's locked. It's
How do I
locked.
unblock any of these? None of this is making any sense at all. Huh.
It's locked. I'm this close to finding the gold. I just know it.
Okay, Nancy. Calm down. You haven't found the gold yet. Okay, I guess I turn this one first. Now does that unlock this? Okay. Water level's still high though, but I think we're draining. Now it's going down. Alright. So, we'll open the door. Massey says, in the 2000s, it was more of a time of the, I guess you could say, the pop culture of my generation was more old-fashioned because there was lots of stuff from the 20th century. Yeah, I do love just all the cool themes that these games do take on. Prohibition era was such a cool theme for this game to tackle. And so, down the well we go. I don't know if this is what the bottom of a well looks like standardly. I would not want to drink well water with a rusty staircase and other implements of metal at the bottom of it. Krollmeister Well Works, built, what year is that? 1900, and it's 1924, so it was built 1924. And here we have the final safe. So, this is a cool puzzle where it's actually each of the dog's colors for the collar. And originally I thought that I was supposed to find out what year the dogs were born in to do this. But it's actually just Roman numerals, which I think is really cool. Oh, and it switches to each one, doesn't it? Okay, so the green collar was Lucy, I think. Yeah. No, it's Vetus. Blue is Lucy. So V, we need to make 05. Because that's what V is in Roman numerals. Okay, let's try something easier first. So let's make this one 10 for Xander. So, since his name begins with an X, his Roman numeral's 10. L for Lucy is going to be 50. Oh, wow, I can already tell this is going to be harder than I'd like it to be. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Is there something that just controls red without touching blue? Because this is actually kind of a tricky puzzle. The dog can do the puzzles that Mr. F isn't good at. Yeah. We'll just have all the animals running the show like a barnyard. Okay. We've got 10 and 50 in place now. Now, Iggy, that's just going to be 1, isn't it? Looks like Iggy's going to be the last one I do. There's no way to move red without moving anything else, I guess? Oh, no, this one moves it. Okay. So then... I can work with that then. Alright. That's better. And then... Oh no, I need to sync these up though. That's annoying. This puzzle is much more difficult on Senior. I did not remember everything moving around so fiercely. Okay, so if I bring this one to like 2, and this one to 5, no, I need to bring this one to 3, and the other one to 5, is that it? Or did I get that backwards? This one goes to 5, this one goes to 3. Okay, now it's 1 and 5. Okay, maybe I should focus on green first. So this one still needs to just be 05. What moves the first green number? Nothing. Really? So everything has to march to the beat of the first numbers. Is there really nothing I can do to fix that? Okay, you know what? I should go up top and double check which dog's collar is what, actually. Because I'm starting to second guess myself.
I'd better make sure this door is closed all the way before I fool around with anything else.
I took a break to work out and you're almost done. Yeah, Gooba, we're making strides. Puzzle is actually one of those that always seems easier than it actually is. Yes, well said, Wizard Kitten, because it's, I don't know, it just sneaks up on me. So Iggy's yellow, so yellow is going to be 01. Lucy is green, I guess. Oh, then that means the first one's 50. I mixed up Lucy and Vetus. Okay, that really changes things, actually. Yeah. So the first one needs to be 50, which should be easy to do. Oh, hey, Jack showed up. What's up, Jack?
It's some kind of lock.
Oh, damn it. Shut the door in my face. Okay. Is the door gonna kill us again? No, it's not. Awesome. How funny would it be if at the end we just kill the culprit? Just by dropping a metric ton of water on them.
These colors look very familiar.
Yes, they do. Okay, so now Nancy says something about it. So we have 50 here. Then this one's supposed to be 10. This one, okay. LXV. This is 05 here. Should bring it to 5 maybe, and then go all the way around. No, I should bring it. Now do I do it? No, okay, now it's good. Wait, except that ruins it. Damn it. We need this to be 0. Just gotta scramble the order a little bit because I'm in a bit of a rut. This bit in the middle is the trickiest part. Back to 34, really? Is it Vetus or Vitus? I've never known. I think either works. I think Nancy calls it Vitus at one point, but I always say Vetus. Oh my gosh, okay. So at least the green is good. I just need to worry about these 3. Okay, I should probably just set down the mouse for a second and think about this. How am I going to make these all work? This one needs to be a 0. This one also... Okay, these two need to be a 0, so I want those first numbers in sync. Maybe make them both 1 for now. Or if anything, 2. Okay. What if I bring them up to 4? Is that what I want? Alright, yeah, that looked good. So then this is 10. This is going to be 05. And then the last one, it's already in. We did it. Awesome. All right. I love it when the solution to a puzzle just sneaks up on you and then you're done. Oh, great. Now I have to go back up and get the valve, though. Totally forgot. The heavy update can wait. Can't go wrong with ghost dogs during spooky season. I couldn't agree more.
It's blocked.
Okay, yeah, I know it's blocked, Nancy. You're the one who blocked it. I don't know if you remember that. Crank this bad boy open. And away we go. Now, I always end up dying during this culprit encounter. Spoilers, by the way. If you care. So let's see if I can get through it this time without messing up fatally. Nope, we need to put the thing in, don't we? Or not, I guess. And here we have it.
600 pounds of gold bullion. Wow.
Certified dead money moment. We've made it into the Sierra Madre vault. How about that, Nancy? And here we go.
Hey there, Nancy. Why, what on earth have we got here?
So, Emily, if you couldn't guess it, is the only character in this game who would actually watch Titanic and enjoy it. So, oh. See, I told you I always mess up. It's cause I forgot to lock the door behind me. A lot of moving parts in this ending. It's very claustrophobic.
Hey there, Nancy. Why, what on earth have we got here?
Yeah, Faith does not like this game. She's one of the ghost dog haters that are among us. Okay, shut that in my face. Yes, you're right. I just said the A word. What are you gonna do about it? Down into the sewers. Now we go forward a little bit. We come up behind her. Hit her with the old 1-2. And get absolutely
There's
bomb
plenty of
lanced.
gold. Open the door.
Nope, no, not down there. Go up. And
Nancy,
there we
wait.
go.
Let's talk about this. This can just be our little secret. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, remember? Nancy?
The gold's all yours, Em. Enjoy it while you can.
K-Mat says, I got killed because I questioned Emily's taste in movies. Yeah, right.
Dear Ned, as soon as I got out of the tunnels, Emily had left a door open. I called the sheriff. But when I led him back down the well to the room where I'd left Emily, she refused to leave. He and his deputies finally got her out, but one of them said afterward that if he had to choose between
That
getting a
face.
bear away from her cub and getting Emily away from that gold, he'd pick the bear. What's worse, by the time they took Emily away, the place was swarming with reporters from all over the country. The commotion has scared away every bird for miles. I'm pretty sure Red Knot would like to strangle me. On the other hand, when Ranger Akers found out that 7 cars and 2 helicopters were illegally parked on park property and that he was going to get to ticket them, he was ecstatic. Tucker Davis finally cleared away that dead tree, which means I'm free to drive home. Moon Lake is beautiful, but I've had enough wildlife for now. Which reminds me, did I mention that those 4 ghost dogs are actually very sweet? They're so sweet, in fact, that Sally is seriously thinking about adopting them. How's that for irony? Ever yours, Nancy. Bess, hi, it's Nancy. I'm at this little
Oh, I
amusement
love
park
this
on the
teaser.
coast.
It's so
Wish I could
goofy.
say
I love
was
the
having a
sound effect at the
wonderful
end.
time, but the fact is, some pretty spooky things have been happening here. There've been some strange accidents, and the carousel, it starts up in the dead of night all by itself, like
Oh,
it's
it's so
haunted
cheesy.
or something. You know me, I don't get scared very easily, but I saw it myself, and I'll call you later. I've gotta go right now.
Nancy Drew. The Haunted Carousel. Coming soon in, what, 2004? God, I love a good old ad like that. So, that was Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Gooba said it really well in the chat that the beautiful thing about this series is that... Oh, wait, I already missed it. Where did she say it? Where's the quote? I need the quote. Faith was saying that she doesn't like Ghost Dogs, and Gooba said, no shame, that's the best part of the series. There's a game for everyone to love and hate. This is definitely one of my unconventional picks of a game that I really love. And I know that there's a lot of problems with it. I know it's only got 3 suspects. But I love the atmosphere, I love the music. I think it's a great setting for a mystery. So that's just me, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with me. It's cool if you don't. But anyways, thanks so much for sticking around, everybody. I had a great time with this. It was so much fun to play all these spooky Nancy Drew games this holiday season. Can't wait for Julian to come home so we can actually go back to making some more of the top 10 videos. And in the meantime, I cannot wait to start playing more of these spooky point-and-click games that people recommended. I think once I finish Call of Cthulhu, which shouldn't be very long, probably 2 or 3 more episodes, I'm gonna jump into Scratches, and I really cannot wait to play Scratches because it has my attention. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Glad you enjoyed it, and what else? What else do I normally say? Sorry that we didn't get the Easter eggs this time. I really wanted to get the Easter eggs in this game because I never have, but I didn't realize that the door was gonna close behind me as soon as I went into the Ghost Dogs area. But that's okay. Otherwise, thanks so much, everybody. Scott Pluskalek. That's a very strange last name. I've never heard that before. So, hope you all had fun. And don't forget to vote for Holt. Now, how do I end the stream without showing too much of my desktop? Do I just, go to the windows? Okay, stop